Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it. Like a disease, bring them to their knees. Pain for their disease. Rage is like a weed, spread into the streets. It's time to make them bleed. Cause we just want retribution. Let's go light up the darkness. Make true of an empty promise. With gods in the weak and harmless. Take to the streets and turn them to a mosh pit. Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Feed like a disease, bring them to their knees. They'll pay for their deceit. Rage is like a weed, spread into the streets. It's time to make them bleed. Cause we want retribution. Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Yeah, we ran out of patience. Boil up with the cold hard hatred. I can feel the vibration. Feet in the streets, it's a new sensation. I wanna break faces on the pavement. I wanna make greatness look complacent. Adrenaline awakened, I can taste it. We can make an impact, grab and then take it. Like a disease, bring them to their knees. Pain for their disease. Rage is like a weed, spread into the streets. It's time to make them bleed. Cause we just want retribution. Let's go light up the darkness. Make true of an empty promise. With gods in the weak and harmless. Take to the streets and turn them to a mosh pit. Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Feed like a disease, bring them to their knees. They'll pay for their deceit. Rage is like a weed, spread into the streets. It's time to make them bleed. Cause we want retribution. Cause we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution. Oh yeah, we want retribution.
Hello everybody and welcome to Waylander Gaming. This is Waylander here with Shroomsy, Scarpskenkel, and Seppi as we head into the lower bracket semi-finals. It's Equinox up against Madagascar in a best of 5. Gentlemen, what are your thoughts on this particular matchup? It's a bit of a cracker.
Yeah, man, this match is just gonna be like my hair today. It's gonna be messy. It's gonna get dirty. It's gonna be a long time, a long series that's gonna be full of lots of excitements. I don't know how that relates to my hair, the last bit, but anyway, we are in.
Funky wild and all over the place, bro.
That's what I was trying to say. There we go. Thank you.
But yeah, Equinox up against Madagascar, a very strong combination. This is definitely going to be a very good match, and well, it's also the first best of 5 series. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the lower bracket semi-finals. The winners here will be go to face off either against Saint Dynasty or Yala Skips, the losers of tomorrow night's upper brackets finals. So nonetheless, first bans coming in. Equinox batting out the Lancelot and Madagascar batting out the YSS. Look, these are 2 of the junglers now that you want to pick up either side. If it's either the Lancelot, if you don't get the Lancelot, you want to go for that YSS. But Equinox batting out the CC as well.
Yeah, I mean, overall, those heroes are very solid. I mean, there is the thing you can think about maybe leaving open both of them and contesting the YSS for the Lancelot, but it seems like both these teams want to play safe in this first game. There goes that beautiful Yu Zong we saw Gosu feature in the MSA Cup. So definitely that's a solid respect ban coming out. And I'm wondering, the final ban coming out from Equinox, will we see another respect ban, maybe getting out Diddy's, Baxia, there's Shiro's. Oh, okay, they go for the 1-1. Another very good meta ban, though.
I mean, Madagascar, they will also banning out the Karagacha. Right, Shrimsy, I'm going to have to do this. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. I'm going to go for Equinox because I know you're rooting for Madagascar this time. But yeah, it's Equinox having that underdog status. I'm expecting something big from them as Gosu Okadu does pick up the Grok.
So Grok is still a bit of a touchy-feely hero currently. It's very good in the XP lane. And actually, I just realized that he is not as bad as people think after this revamp. I actually quite like him a lot. Shiro going for that signature Sicilian. Sweku picking up the X-Borg. So that already cuts out a majority of the XP laners that's available. So we might see that Grok going XP, but I think Grok is going to struggle a bit against the X-Borg, though.
Yeah, the XP lane for the Grok at this point of stage, I wouldn't say it's viable. Grok is more intended for the roaming, but look, I mean, anything can happen. Literally anything can happen. But yeah, we do see Al picking up that Sylvana. Look, Equinox has featured the Sylvana in the jungle, and it was quite devastating. But yeah, Madagascar going for that Sicilian X-Borg combination. X-Borg currently at this point of stage very overpowered.
Solidly, I'm a bit worried about the Sylvana though. Her clear speed is not the best in the jungle, so that already gives Meta already a very good advantage heading into the early game with a lot faster wave clear, with that Baxia being available for Diddy. And I mean, the Grok as well, damage Grok is actually now a thing after the revamp, so if he can get the 1-up on X-Borg and rotate faster, that's all it's going to come down to. But definitely a very good focus coming out from both teams here. Solid bans on that Granger and the Leslie being taken out.
I mean, but yeah, Baxia, it's I love seeing the Baxia, but it seems like everyone is allowing Madagascar to pick up this Baxia in the first match. It seems like everyone wants to learn that lesson coming in from the Baxia first before they start respecting him, and Minotaur being the final ban for the side of Equinox.
Quite interesting. So they might think that Baxia is going jungle, removing the minutes. I mean, you don't want Diddy's minutes, or that thing is actually quite potent, to be fairly honest. And Larry MB with a response, I would definitely say just pick up. There's not a lot of picks on the gold lane that you might have the Clint Irithel. So maybe picking up maybe the jungler. Currently, there's sort of a few junglers left, but yeah, okay, let's lock with the Clint.
Yeah, I mean, it is all going to come down to whose site is going to pick up. Yeah, there's a lot of combinations that we've seen him featuring being taken out of the equation. My question is, right, and I'm going to ask this, is May going to play the Valor? He was broken with the Valor or Valir the other evening. Yeah, but very curious to see how this one does play out. Site is currently showing us Bruno. One of those heroes that does a lot of damage, especially if he gets the combos with these balls running. Yeah, okay, Yuzume going with the Lunox. Lunox is a very beautiful pick into this combination, and it seems like Sight will be going for that Erithal heavy crossbow into the lineup. But Yuzume with the Lunox will definitely be able to deal with that Baxia and Xborg. Larian B showing us Kaja. Larian B is definitely going to troll us. What?
Ooh, there's no way.
That's bro. Why? So, like, I get it. Lock down the Irithel. That's your basic target. Maybe it's Sylvana, but dude, I don't know about this Kaja pick, bro. Like, okay, they have a lot of late game scaling with the Clint and the Cecilion, as well as Xborg being damaged. So it's not bad, but yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this does conclude the first draft in this best of 5 series. Equinox up against Madagascar. Hit that like, share, and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen, and let's go! This is definitely going to be a hyped up and a non-sugar coated match, but I'm going to be handing you over into the, quality hands of Waylander and Rika himself.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing for the first time from Larry MB, the innovation man. It is the Kaja jungle. I haven't even thought of this one yet. Waylander, we've never seen anything like this before, like ever. Not even in your ranked games, not even in your classic games, not even in Scarpy's epic games. Okay, then maybe we've seen some in the Scarpy's epic games, maybe. That's the one place that you might see this. But no, this is the MSA lower bracket finals. The semifinals. Excuse me. But still, we're gonna see it come on this game. That's crazy.
Yeah, first match in the best of 5. I wonder how this is gonna work out. Okay, the Kaja can deal with Sylvana. If you do time it a bit late. The same can be said for the Lunox, but I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, listen, I think I've played a lot of Kaja. He's one of my favorite heroes to play. And what I like to do on him is because he had quite a significant buff on his skill 1. And what that means is that the cooldown reduction is quite short. So what you sort of do with Kaja in this sort of sense, it's not about the ulti anymore. It's about just spamming that skill 1 over and over again in the middle of fights. Not only does that heal you up, but it also reduces the enemy's damage output. That's what Kaja's passive does, is it reduces the enemy's damage by a percentage. And the more you stack it up over and over again, the enemy is going to be doing less damage. So he's going for that sort of bruiser build.
I see. That's a very interesting way to play this, but
I can't say I think it's good, but it's a thing that he's doing.
Because the thing is, right, how long are you going to be in the team fight? Oh, there's the engagement here. And when we see First Blood, Jao trying to disengage, but it's going to be Kaja with the First Blood, but Sylvana comes in there. But look at how tanky this Basha is. He literally...
Yeah, especially against a hero like Sylvana.
He literally ate the ultimate, right? And he's like just back to over half HP.
Yeah, and that's crazy. Hey, Savannah has insane damage output this early in the game, and being able to tank that is pretty huge. Oh, we see a nice wall created by Jav here, but there's that new skin on that Xborg with the last insanity. Not going to be able to get too much done with it. Well, does zone the enemies away as Ghost Okada on that Grok EXP lane has that Tectonic Charge available for the fight right here. We're going to see Larry and B. No Divine Judgment available. Ghost Okada will take down a double kill for the side of Equinox, as that will be a nice and easy turtle on their side.
Oh, beautiful wild charge coming in there from Ghost Okada, but in the bot lane, Sight taking down Shiny's back there in a solo kill on the Irithel. Though I'm interested to see that Sight didn't go for that early game rotation that we often see from an Irithel, but paying off nonetheless, sticking around and picking up the marksman.
Yeah, that's yeah. If you're running a Carter jungle, you're gonna need your marksman to play well. Because you're not carrying a game on Carter jungle, I'll tell you that. You will help someone else carry a game, that's for sure. But yeah, I mean, using that Divine Judgment earlier was a good idea. They got the first blood from it, but it just sucks because you didn't have it for the turtle. I can definitely see your idea for running Carja in the jungle with the turtle fights is just to, play around the turtle and then all of a sudden you use that Divine Judgment on the enemy jungler for the easy retry. That's the idea, but he wasn't able to do that there.
Engagement here to the bot shop. Crack does come out as they DC by the brilliance committed from Lunox. As well as the Dark Ultimate, but there's going to be Sylvana into the mix. Doesn't completely land that. Still manages to get enough damage, but the Bats Feast from from Shiro with the Flicker takes out the Lunox. But is he going to be able to walk this off? Yes, he is. Karja comes in as well. Oh, but the lost insanity from the Xbox. I think the turret with the Flicker. Sylvana, beautiful second skill, but it's going to be Suiko who manages to get the kill onto the Sylvana. There's a continuation of this engagement here. Irithel with a beautiful rotation, taking down 2 in the mid lane. Sight still not done. Goes in for setting up a mega kill there for Gosu Okada. Equinox on point.
So I've played this Grok EXP with the full damage build. It's actually okay in lane. It's sort of you can sort of trade with the enemy quite well because the lane is always near a wall, like that wall, and the range of your first skill is quite good. And then the second thing that's good about it is that Tectonic Charge. It has a 300% attack scaling. You're going to see it coming through onto Larry MB here. They're going to be able to lock him down right now. There's a kill so far on the Clint somewhere else in the map, but in the meantime, that's going to be the side of Equinox taking the 2-for-1 trade here. Lights Out Ultimate has been committed by this Lunox. We're going to be able to fight this one out with the Xborg Lost Insanity. Popped it prematurely there. Hijime on the run, though. The long-range flames coming in from Suikyo. Is it going to be enough to catch Lunox? No, it's not. Jav is going to go in for that wall, but misses it out as Shiro pummels down those bats on his head. Not going to be able to take him out, but then again, there's going to be another turtle for the side of Equinox.
Taking it down really quickly before the Karja comes back into play. So Equinox building up a decent advantage. They've got about a 1.5k gold lead heading in towards the 5.5 minute mark of the game. No real map control yet for either of the teams, but that's okay. Brilliance Ultimate does come out from the Lunox as she repositions beautifully there, getting back to safety.
Okay, as I was saying, the Grok has 300% attack scaling on his ult. The rest of his skills have like very, very small attack scale, so it's when you build like damage on Grok, it's all for that Tectonic Charge. I one-shot an Irithel, right? Like when some people they say one-shot, they mean like, oh, do a Gushin combo. That means go in with two rounds of daggers and then finish them off. That's not what a one-shot is. Grok with full damage build, one skill, one death is what I mean with this Tectonic Charge.
Yeah. Well, if this game goes long enough, right, we're gonna see what Gosu can bring to the mix here. He's already built the Sea Helmet. Interestingly enough, that's completed. And well, maybe his Blade of Heptacy's up next. Oh, the stun comes in there from the Batang. Sealing the deal there for Shueiko as Grok throws a wall out, but Lunox with the Dark Ultimate dishing out the damage. Brilliance form from underneath the turret just to get back to safety. So the side of Equinox taking down a good few kills here in the mid lane, but Clint taking the opportunity to achieve some map control, trying to keep the gold within touching distance.
Yeah, I think this is not looking good for the side of Madagascar so far. They've got this funny jungle who's ironically doing the best on their team so far in terms of just kill participation. But I'm yet to see a sort of a more of a team-based approach to the game so far coming in from Madagascar. They're kind of just playing it haphazardly. They almost managed to get the kill on a few members of Equinox there, but Larry and B is going to be able to do a turtle steal here. I don't know where he's going. I think he's going to get Hijime instead, sacrificing it for the turtle instead as Safana gets that retry on that turtle. They're going to be able to back off for now, as unless it goes for Kano going in. Look at that damage coming in from the Grok, the tectonic charge. This blows up 2 members of Madagascar. That's what I was talking about, right? The hero, if you build him damage, doesn't really do that much until he smacks that ultimate on the floor and just one-shots people.
It's just crazy. That was the instant delete on 2.
He's got 7 kills. Wow.
Yeah, it's more than half the team kills. I mean, he's got a 9 out of 13 team fight participation. I mean, that's what you want to see from your XP laner.
That's for sure. Yeah, it's weird, right? I think they gave his ult that much attack scaling just because the rest of his skills don't scale with attack. Like his passive swing around, that scales with physical defense. And we are going to see a nice little double wall action coming in from the side.
Oh my goodness, that is so dirty.
Yeah, there's the Divine Judgment though. Are they going to be able to blow up the Lunox? Yes, they will. Shiny Smash were able to get the kill with the tectonic charge on the back line. They're going to be able to get a legendary for this Grok. He's almost out, gets away alive. Shiny's back, wants to get the shutdown onto the Grok. That's going to be worth it, man. It's a huge amount of money that you're going to be able to get on that Clint, even if you die for it.
Yeah. Agreed. I'm 100% with you. That was worth it to die for. You're not really going to lose any major objectives. Maybe the top lane turret, maybe. Oh, well, probably Elpel does take it down. But that overall trade for the amount of gold, because it was legendary on the Grok.
Yeah, and also getting the kill reduces Skypiercer stacks, right? That's also very important. Being able to reduce the threshold that you can kill from is it's rough. I like what they did with the walls. I don't think it was the most practical thing, but it definitely caught the enemy by surprise, right? That's definitely what it did do.
Coming in there, going to be one more wall in the back there, but Grok this time taking so much damage. It's going to be the light form coming out from the Lunox as she manages to reposition. Shiro is the one dishing out this damage from range, and by winning this team fight, Madagascar looks like they're in pole position to take this first roar of the game. Though Sylvana, I think opting from going for this, just causing a bit of distraction.
I think both teams don't really want to lord here. That's the sort of angle. But Hijime just gets blown up completely, as now it's going to be Madagascar coming in aggressively with the conceal. Savannah will be able to get the steal. It's going to be quite close. Diddy's back gets the kill first, and Larry and B secures the lord. They're going to keep on the chase. Diddy's back's rolling in. Is he going to be able to catch someone? Light gets caught first. They're going to be able to do a big amount of team fight. But there's the tectonic charge coming in for the Grok. It did massive damage. Double kill for the Grok. It's just Larry and B left, fighting his way out of this one. Should have that first skills though to heal back up. But my lord, does that Grok ultimate do a lot of damage?
That's absolutely mental. And Ginger Ninja, welcome to Spartan. I think you may have chosen that particular membership because of the name.
Yeah.
As Dark Dreams Entertainment is showing us that he likes chocolate mousse.
Alright, we do see the lord. Going to be crashing down the top lane. Madagascar are no rush to go and back this lord up. They're going to be going for the other sides. But the lord is still going to be able to charge a few towers down, get a bunch of that charge damage in. There's going to be the chaos assault coming in from Hijime to try and burst it down. So that's again, there's no more lord here, but they still have the enhanced minions, so maybe they can get a little bit of stuff done.
Yeah, they're hoping to try to secure all the tier 2 turrets with that. And Toyota getting gifted a membership. Why does Toyota always get the membership gifts?
Oh, with the wild charge. I mean, the tectonic charge comes out, but it just doesn't have enough damage to finish off Shiro. As Sight gets the kill on the export, going to be able to run through the fight, get the double kill. That's going to be 3 for nothing so far. As Madagascar, they got a little bit of more extra opponents to worry about. They're not going to let them get away with it that easy. Should be a tier 1 tower for the side of Equinox to finish off.
I don't know about like this is the team fight potential here from the side of Madagascar. You've got to get the Lunox, I suppose, out of the way first. Lunox or Iridel. If you can lock onto them, if you can get that Divine Judgment onto either one of them, it's going to change the course of the team fight. This is who you really want to deal with. Because if you're looking at the rest of the team, okay, yes, Brock is doing this crazy amount of damage. Badang with that massive set play coming in there. Sylvana does have a decent amount of damage as well. But there are more setup options for the final two to deal those killer blows.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I think now that we're getting into this sort of stage of the game, there's too many tanks on the side of Madagascar for this Grok to be immediately useful, like he was already. He needs to be able to get through that front line, as we're talking about, to get to the back line and to get that one shot. And already, look, he's got no chance of dealing with Diddy's back here. He's going to use the Tectonic Charge to get away even. The advantage of the Tectonic Charge is that if you don't hit a wall, you get half the cooldown back as a reflex.
So he could trying to get in here, but Badang doing a beautiful job sealing him off from going in. Also, Vana into the back line, but yes, she escapes taking so much damage that Clancy is just returning firework. The Rock in there swinging around as much as he can. But I think that would be objective achieved for the side of Equinox. They got the roar, they got out.
Yeah, that's what they wanted. We can see that Madagascar are struggling quite a lot with the fights when it comes to controlling them. So they get a few kills. They can win the fight to some degree, but the fights are out of their control. They're sort of just using what's available to them. And so that sort of didn't give them enough space to get to the Lord and try for a retro secure. Kaja's retro secure is not that bad. Passive, that enhanced basic attack that he has does % damage, so it does quite a significant chunk to Lord. You pair that with a retro, you have quite a nice little window to use it with.
The Lord speaking of the Lord being allowed to push just freely here on the bot lane will be taken down quite quickly as Equinox are pushing for this top lane talent, but don't manage to secure it. Shiro with that final wave clear. So all the tier 3 turrets are still standing.
Nope, minions dealt with that tower.
I thought they were going to cut it off. Because I mean, you know the second wave's going in there. Usually stick around.
Bit of a mistake from Madagascar there. As now the game is at a state where we are just kind of at a standstill. Both teams know what they want to do. They need to respect each other for it, though. I think Equinox, they don't want to overextend too much, right? They can still get caught by the Divine Judgment, even though there's no flicker on the Kaja. That's sort of what makes not so much sense about Kaja jungle. You don't have access to flicker anymore. So there's not that immediate initiation.
Yes. And it's a full defensive build here from the Kaja. So it's not like he's going to be dishing out any damage at all. Well, maybe later on when the game is done, we'll ask Madagascar what their idea was with this. Why go for the Kaja in the jungle?
Alright, it's going to be a classic situation. We're going to have a little bit of defense, a little bit of freezing lanes, a little bit of camping. But I think no one on either team is too dumb to step into the wrong bush. So it should be quite a stale sort of part of this game at this point.
Agreed. Yeah, Circuit saying you could have actually just switched Kaja to Rome and put the Basha in the jungle.
Yeah, that would have made a bit more sense. I do agree with Circuit there. But anyway, we're going to see the Divine Blade coming on the Sylvana here. That's a pretty good power spike, especially since there's so many tanks around. I think we're in a little bit quite aggressively here on Madagascar. Gonna see, look at Diddy can't get through the wall.
It's a very nice disengage tool there. Once they saw that Sylvana was creating the space with that wave push, Dung goes in with the second skill, Lunox the Dark Ultimate as well. There's the wild charge. That Titanic charge into everything. As it's going to be 1, 2. We should see the third coming down. It's going to be the Xbox somehow managing to survive that. His immortality was popped. He did get like maybe a half a second of that last insanity off, but that was all she wrote. Equinox with the Raw. And I think we're just setting themselves up to maybe, potentially, end this game.
I don't know what Madagascar was thinking there. They didn't have 5 people with them at that fight. I think that fights are very different if Shira is actually there to throw those first skills into the fight, but he just wasn't at that fight, so they just instantly lost it. They had no way to fight back. They didn't have their damage dealers there.
Yep.
So they would have sort of all of this set nicely and waited for Grok to use that tectonic charge.
It was both the damage dealers that went back to deal with the waves. It was a nice push coming through there from Al on the Sylvana in the bot lane that forced that movement away from around the Raw. But then, I mean, 2 damage dealers going back. I think there was a little bit of overkill in terms of what was happening. As the Raw is into the base, it should be all the tier 3 turrets down. The ending angle looks like it could be here. As Lunox is trying to get that Brilliance form out there. As there in space, Irithel, is she not blocking onto the base? Is she? Finally she does. Switches onto the base. And that's going to be first game going the way of Equinox.
Right. Yeah, I mean, Equinox, they played a somewhat of a normal drop. Sure, the XP Grok was a bit weird, but I mean, that Grok kind of carried, if I'm being honest. Pick. I'm not sure how I felt about it. It seemed to work early on to some degree, but then later in the game, it just wasn't able to do anything. I think what Circuit said was completely true there. If they switched to Basha for the card, that would have been a very nice game for Madagascar.
Yeah. Agreed. Just that little bit of swap there would have made the biggest difference in the world. But I mean, sometimes you try, you learn, you grow. Though I don't think I would have had the kahunas, shall I say, to try this in a lower bracket semi-final.
Yeah, no, me neither. Scarp, Shroomsy, what do you think?
Mic test 1 2. Okay, there it goes. I mean, look, it's not the time to be creative, especially in the lower bracket semi-finals, and especially sending out such a powerful message in the exit interviews. I mean, stating teams should just tap out before the match even starts. I mean, Equinox pretty much taking that fuel, or shall we call it organs, and turning it into, well, defeating Madagascar, drawing the first blood. So, like I said, I'm expecting a lot coming in from Equinox, but yeah, bro, to be honest, that draft was just it would have never worked. But yeah, Equinox here to stay and not to play.
I know. I mean, especially with the combo coming out from Equinox, Grok into a Badang, bro. Like, that was the wackest combo I've ever seen. Like, there's no escape. It's like, if you think about it this way, even if Badang just throws his fist break, puts up the wall, Grok goes with a tectonic charge and just throws his wall at the end of Badang's skill. Then they're locked into that square. That's the possibilities are endless with those two, and we saw that pay off with that Grok, bro. Sky Piercer, full damage build. What a game.
Equinox executed their gameplay very well. Especially based on the composition that they were up against. So for them, this would be the first step towards achieving that complete wipe that I'm assuming that they want to go for. Will they be able to get it up against a side such as Madagascar? I'm not so sure, but let's head back into the drafting phase to see if we're going to see another Kaja in the jungle.
I don't think so. If they do that, they're beating a dead horse, right? That's sort of what you're doing. But I think they do have first pick on Madagascar, so they're gonna look for a bit more of a meta jungler. I would guess. It's a bit difficult to pick jungle in this current meta, right? Because you have your 2 core junglers, which is the Lance and YSS, but everyone's figured that out already. We're gonna see that they're just going to be banned up pretty much every single game from now on. Not even in this best of 5. We're gonna see them banned in the finals. We're going to see them banned in the semifinals. That's just what it is. So now it's up to the junglers to step up and bring out what heroes they can bring that are outside the meta. And Kaja was not one of them.
Yeah, Kaja was definitely not one of them. But so far, the banning phase looking much more normal. Well, we haven't gotten to see the picks coming through just yet. But it's the Gato, the user, CC, and Lance. I would say the CC and Yuzong are kind of South African bands.
I disagree with the Yuzong as a South African band. Yuzong is definitely not a South African band. That is a worldwide band right there. The CC, so I can get that to some degree. I think that is a bit more specific. But YZ in this current meta is just it's not okay.
Well, when the first round of updates came through, right, I was like, yeah,
because I
I
saved my
definitely see that
nation from falling
Yuzong
apart.
extremely strong. It's just maybe I haven't watched enough of the pro games recently. It's just I wasn't really seeing him being banned out in the pro scene all that much, right? But I haven't watched too many games, so I don't take my word for anything.
Well, I mean, I haven't been watching that much pro scene either, but I just this is what I believe, right? I think that I've spoken to some people, and we can all sort of agree that Yuzong is probably one of the top 3 strongest EXP laners right now, right?
Very, very, very strong. And well, speaking of strong, YSS and Grok being removed from the equations.
The Grok ban, I guess, is fine.
Possibly
I'm not.
ban.
Soon be your burial ground.
Yeah, I don't know about mistake. I think they just got a bit scared of it. That's sort of what it is, and they were just like, "Nah, we don't know." I think I know what they're thinking. They're not scared of the Grok, but they sort of just got thrown that wrench in their face of, okay, we've never played against this revamped Grok full damage build in the experience lane. So let's just make the enemy play something that we sort of know how to deal with, like a Phoveus, for example, right? We played against this Phoveus before. We sort of have an idea of how to play against it, rather than the Grok, who we have no idea.
Yeah, well, I was thinking more along the line of being a respect there, coming in from Rosso Okada, because he had that early game dominance. So they just want to get it out of his hands. But he's going for that, as you were talking about, the Phoveus, and then they pick up the Mincetar as well. So very early with the Mincy pick. What do you think the thought process there was?
I think it's not that great. I mean, if you're playing Mincetar experience lane, I think the earlier pick is fine. But you're playing this roam, so that means that you need to make the most out of the hero without items. I feel like if you play Mincetar in the experience lane, you can at least transition into some sort of a marksman sort of thing, or an assassin, right? You go in with the King's Calling. Doesn't matter if you're going on someone who's got dashes or not. That all you're doing to go in with that flicker combo is to kill them with the attack speed items. But if you're playing it on roam, which I think Jav is doing, then I think it's a bit more dodgy. You need to make more use out of what the kit can offer when you go tank.
Yeah. It could have been a preventative pick as well, with the Mincetar. It prevents certain picks from coming through that you normally would expect to see, because maybe the jungler would be saying to himself, I don't really want to go in for anything or too many dashes, or needs that escape ability because of the King's Calling. That possibly a preventative pick, as I was saying, but not really too sure about it being picked up that early. And I agree with you. On the roam, it's a little bit not as effective as the XP lane.
So see the I don't know why did they disband Uranus, I guess, even though they've already shown the XP lane. So I'm not so sure about that. They're worried about a Uranus jungle, I guess. Oh, that's fair. Yeah, I guess Larry has played the Uranus jungle. Okay, so it's not that bad anymore. But they don't know yet that looks like it's going to be Larry on the Granger jungle, which I quite like. I think it's going to be I think you're baiting enemies to pick Erythel, and then you're avoiding it in the lane. So that's very nice. They're going to be able to get a nice marksman to go up against Erythel with. Let's say like a Leslie. There we go. That's a good pick. I like that one. but they need a very impactful roam here. This pick is very important.
Leslie pick is get worked out with them very nicely, but Fatsa with the feathered airstrikes, that's the range to deal with a lot of the heroes here. When it comes to Equinox
blood.
drop, it's just
Valor and royalty in a dead body.
Leomord.
That's a little bit scary. I think I really like the Carmilla pick here. It's going to be very impactful versus a lot of brawl type heroes, like up in your face type bruises. Example, the Phobius, Mincetar, Leomord. So what that means is that Carmilla is going to have a nice time linking them together. And guess what? We're going to be seeing that paired with the Fury of the Phoenix. I've yet to see it. It's going to come out now. I don't know how impactful it is, but what I imagine a Fury of the Phoenix with a Curse of Blood is deadly. I imagine it to be very scary.
Actually, I think you're very, very right there. But time will tell. As much as we give our opinions about the draft, sometimes the players execute it in such a way that we sound like complete and utter fools. So, without further ado, let me hand you over to Shroomsy and Scarpscankle as they take us into the second game.
All of a sudden, I got super list for a chocolate lava cake, as Matt started mentioning it there. You break it open, and well, it's moist of chocolate sauce. But nonetheless, will Madagascar get the return W here onto Equinox, or will Equinox take this, well, 2-0 and going into the third and, well, potentially final match of the evening? But yeah, we do see the engagement going on to P. Diddy's back from Camilla. However, both the roamers sticking around here in the mid lane.
I mean, this is usually what you see the first game brawl, and there's a quick rotation to the gold lane. So this might be Leslie getting caught out of position. There's a beautiful poke coming out from Ijame. So that's already mega advantage for that Irithal, because Leslie has to retreat, losing up to 2 gold lanes, minion creeps.
Yeah, I mean, look, it is all going to come down to this first objective. I mean, this first turtle is currently 45 seconds away, but I mean, there's so many matchups here and mismatches, but I'm very curious to see what Equinox can bring to the table, you know. I mean, I'm going to say Equinox because, Shroomsy, I know you're vouching for Madagascar, so, yeah, it is what it is. Let's have some fun, bro.
This is going to be a tough game. I mean, if the second game goes like the first one, Equinox currently in a good position to take this game. And I mean, especially when last have you seen a Granger in the jungle? So this is a marksman hard coming out from Larry and B.
Yeah, I mean, we do see the pullback coming in from the Mincetar. First blood does go to the Faza as well. The Camilla got taken back down, so Diddy got sent back to the Fountain of Youth.
Definitely. Bro, and if you think about the retro, so I would definitely say the retro battle is definitely won by that beautiful. There's the engagement with the Fury of the Phoenix. There's the airstrike doing defensively. Jarf in a lot of danger. There's that retro gap from the Leomord I spoke of. Flicker from Shiro, but they are overcommitting. That's a 1-for-1 exchange, and Hijime in a lot of danger. Gets poked down, so a 2-for-1 exchange, losing the turtle, but getting that gold advantage.
The off-screen Sight did get the solo kill onto the Leslie, but that Death Sonata coming in clutch from Larry and Beef on the Granger, just catching the Mincetar. But I mean, look, this is they're going to need to wait for Mincetar to get some defensive items before they can play so aggressive as what they were trying to do. But yeah, especially if they're going to be up in the jungle. I mean, there's so many kill points. Oh, as we do see the Brave Fighter coming in from the Lapu. However, King's Calling has been committed to fit an airstrike into the mix as well. As we do see that Hippity Boppity Skippity Boppity coming in from Gosu Akado.
Bro, beautiful. That's the thing about the Mincetar. Why I don't see him in the roam position as often. His bounce back is a lot later. There's a full engagement onto Owl. He's in a lot of danger, but gets out of the engagement, committing the retry, but staying alive. That's not something I would say is a lost engagement there.
Rika, just quickly help me out here. What's Leomord's ult?
Phantom Steed.
Phantom Steed. Thank you so much, bro. Alright, so, yeah, I mean, Equinox coming for this 4v2 situation here in the... Okay, no, they're opting out of that engagement. But yeah, we're just before the 4-minute mark. Madagascar has that 1 kill advantage. As we can see the feathered airstrike coming in. The Phantom Steed has been committed, taking down the Zetian. Over the Curse of Blood has landed onto 3. The Brave Fighter coming in from Lapu Lapu, picking up a double kill. That's a triple kill. Will we see the Maniac? No! Granger! Larry and B. Sus, bro! Stealing the Maniac away from Iris T.
Oh, bro, that is the power of the Cursed Blood. I mean, onto 3 people, all of them frontliners, and they got melted in an instant with that Bravest Fighter combo. So that's the Tulsa going their way, and it even might be a blue buff. I don't know, Limod. Red 3 advantage, he got that blue buff, luckily.
Yeah, just that retry advantage. I mean, look, Equinox looking in a very difficult situation now. Madagascar finding their groove. Will they be able to keep Equinox on this back foot? I mean, it is almost a 2k gold lead in favor of Madagascar. It seems like Madagascar is, like I said, finding their groove. If they can just stick as a unit, they should be able to pull this one through.
Oh, bro, I mean, there's a lot of action going. There's the Cursed Blood landing only onto 1, but there's the King's Calling not grabbing anyone into position. Feather Airstrike as a response. Phantom Seed has been executed beautifully, getting the kill onto P. Diddy as they do rotate onto the mid lane, getting safe. But meanwhile, bro, this Lapu's having a splendid time in the XP lane, already cutting. So they have to watch out for this rotation coming out from a Zest. I mean, that is deadly.
Going for that tier 1 turret in the mid lane, taking down that tier 1 turret in the mid lane. So just opening up the map for them. They should have the map advantage now, and well, they are playing for the objectives and not for the kills, as that is a second tier 1 turret taken down in favor of Equinox.
Bro, this all comes down to game knowledge. I mean, there might be 3 kills in the favor of meta, but the gold lead fairly even from both teams. The next turtle is spawning up in 20 seconds, so if they can get a beautiful pick off here, maybe onto that Gage or Lapu, take them out of the equation, then they're going to have a landed.
Well, we do see the Very has been committed from the Faza. Just try to get some vision. I'm not entirely sure what that Very was committed for, but Peter is back with this Camilla. Just scouting out and getting that vision. She should be able to use that second skill to get away. Yes, sir. Peter is out of harm's way. It's the third and final turtle of this match being started up by the side of Equinox. We do see Madagascar coming in. Will they be able to get this Reggie steal? Oh, but the third and final turtle has been taken. King's Calling was committed and catching out Larry and B. However, we do see the heavy crossbow coming in from Erithal onto Shiro. Will we see it? Oh, but the Brave Fighter coming in from Lapu Lapu, taking down the Zetian. But the Phantom Steed has been committed, and Mincetar is taken down by the Lapu Lapu. But look at this damage that this Lapu is sustaining, bro. This is crazy. He's finally shut down by the... Oh my word, what was that? The Phobias.
Oh, beautiful bodying of that ultimate snipe coming up from Phobias, just keeping the Lumord alive. And bro, I mean, that was textbook execution. Mincetar playing like an assassin, getting onto Larry on that Granger. He's squishy. If he gets caught in the King's Calling, he's gone. And I mean, Lumord with that first skill, you won't be able to out-retry a Lumord ever in your life. So they're definitely going to have a hard time on this objectives. And the tier 2 turret in the top lane is already at like 1-2 shots away from being taken down. So this is looking very grim for Madagascar at this stage. They had a beautiful early game, but struggling a bit now.
I'm currently questioning the Sky PS on the Granger. At this point in stage, I mean, we are reaching that late game stage of this match. The next objective is 35 seconds away, as we do see the final tier 1 turret has been taken down. But Lapu Lapu will trade that tier 1 turret in the top lane for the side of Madagascar. But yeah, just to come back to the Sky Piercer that the Granger has, he doesn't have any stacks on that Sky Piercer, and you typically want stacks on your Sky Piercer, especially coming into the late game.
I mean, he luckily still has time. Scorpius on the Grangers, it's one of the very good ones, especially with the Desonata, so that it gives you the ability to poke down enemies and kill them while they're trying to run away. But the first Lord of the match is up. Seems like Equinox is starting it up. There is going to be contention, so it all depends on, is Carmilla going to be able to get that 4-man Cursed Blood set?
Phobius is trying to pull the focus into the top lane, as well as the Erithal into the mid lane. So this Lord will be reset as, we do see Lapu Lapu going in, but the King's Calling has been committed. It is combined with the Feathered Airstrike as the Equinox can put it into the damage here, but the Cursed Blood does land onto 3. However, Faza does finish off the Camilla. Goes to Akadu, taking the damage from the Granger. But that was a, 1-for-1 exchange.
Oh, bro, this Leomord almost getting taken down. Shiru with a clutch, but he's caught out of position. Flicker has been committed. That is a dead mage. That is a dead mage. Gone, girl.
Oh, well, that could have been a distraction so that Madagascar could focus onto the Lord here. I mean, Equinox will not be... the first Lord of the match does go in favor of Madagascar. So it was a mage exchange for the first Lord of the match. Madagascar should definitely be looking at to capitalize with this first Lord of the match. Maybe get some advantage back onto the map.
Yeah, but I think with this Lord being up there, all 5 members done already. Back into action, so they're definitely able to take down this. They should focus on this last tier 1 turret and then let the Lord solo push on the top lane. That's the best advantage you can get. 5-man versus the Lord, so it's definitely going to get a tier 1, a tier 2, maybe even a second tier 2 down.
I mean, we are going to go into that 3-2 split for the side of Equinox. I mean, normally they go for the 2-1-1 split, but I mean, they need to save this as the Cursed Blood does land onto Faza. Phantom Steed has been committed from the Leomord. However, Lapu Lapu is into the back line, but he seems like he will be caught out as the Leomord does try and push him. Oh, but the Fury of the Phoenix has been committed. The Brave Fighter from Lapu Lapu is into the mix. Granger does get a Destinata onto the mid stop, but the Phobius coming in with these Mario jumps, picking up a double kill. Currently, it's a 2-for-3 exchange in favor of Madagascar. It's only the Erithal and Leomord left. My question is, Lapu Lapu just taking some damage from the Erithal, but the Erithal not being able to save that tier 1 turret. Phantom Steed has been committed. However, Lapu Lapu just being missed. Brave Fighter coming in, but the Feathered Airstrike has been committed. Oh, but Erithal into the back line. She does catch the Granger, and that will be a double kill coming in from the Erithal. However, we do see the chase onto Lapu and killing spree coming in for the Leomord. That was pretty much a 3-for-1 exchange. We could call it a full team wipeout in favor of Equinox.
Yeah, but the tier 2 turret in the top lane and bot lane has fallen. So I would say that was 3 kills, 3 deaths, but they got all the advantage. I mean, the map favor immediately swung into the favor of Meta. So with even losing a few members, get all that advantage. I think that's 100% worth it.
I mean, I mean, the pressure was onto Equinox, but Equinox just relieving a lot of that pressure. So that is ideally that you would want to see, especially if you had the pressure onto you, just to get that pressure relieved and get the extra gold. But I mean, yeah, we are into the late stages of this match. It is at the 12.5-minute mark, 1.5k gold lead in favor of Equinox and 2 kills advantage.
I definitely need to watch out, bro. I mean, the stun combos coming out from Azest and P Daddy. That's instant 2-second stun. Throw Shiro into the mix. They are infinitely stunned. They can take down any squishy. So if they get caught out of position, that might be game changing. But the next Lord is up, and Ghost is doing a very good job zoning out there. Shiny almost poking down Jarvis. 1 shot and he's already almost down to half HP.
You call the Lapu Lapu?
Azest.
It's IRST.
It's
But the
RS.
Phantom Steed has been committed. Lopu into the back line. He does get the Faza. Camilla gets that Cursed Blood. The King's Calling has been committed, but Camilla being able to escape there with 1 HP. Phobius gets the Leslie, but the Granger coming in clutch, taking down Gosu Akadu. It is a 3-for-1 exchange in favor of Madagascar.
Bro, this was beautiful plays coming out from Meta. There's the bravest fighter with a flick onto Irithel, but not being able to stun her. So, big commitment using that flicker already, but I mean, Lord going in the favor of Meta, they have the advantage, and they will definitely be able to crack maybe one tier 3 turret, get that mid lane pushed out. So, that was beautiful play coming out from Meta in this late game stages.
More doing a good job there to get the lanes unevenly pushed, especially with this Lord that will be spawning up now. Well, yeah, there we go. The Lord has spawned up. I mean, if they would definitely want to get another lane unevenly pushed, I mean, there we see the lanes will be syncing up. But yeah, this is going to come down to this team fight. This could be a make it or break it moment for both teams.
Well, it seems like they're fast pushing this mid lane turret. So the lanes will not be synced up. This will be an easy defense coming up for Equinox, but they have to watch out for Daddy. He's looking for the target. There's a feather. It's like just zone everyone out. Beautiful. There's the Fury of the Phoenix into the Cursed Blood. The Phantom Seed has been committed. Daddy has been taken down, but that's already a 1-for-1 exchange. But Lapu in a dangerous position while Ghost is onto the back line, dishing the damage there. That's a 2-for-2 exchange. Fairly even in both regards.
Slightly in favor of Madagascar. I mean, they did pick up the tier 3 turret, so they did achieve the objective. Oh, but we do see the Irithel onto the Granger. Yes, sir. Every crossbow does land, and the Granger has been eliminated. No, but the shutdown coming in from Leslie onto the Irithel. Oh my word, just going into that inverse state and getting that extra crit damage. But look at this. Al is coming. Will Al catch the... Oh, we do see the Phantom Steed onto the Leslie. The Leslie will get taken down by the Leomord.
Bro, the Al is doing job tonight. He has done very well in both games, and this Leomord pick was just sublime. I mean, the amount of pick-off potential they have, extended team fights, it all depends on if they are caught out by Daddy or not. If Daddy comes out to play, then they will definitely struggle in that regard. But there's the poke coming out to Daddy. Fury of the Phoenix just used defensively, but he does escape. That's already one ultimate committed, and the Fury of the Phoenix will not be ready for the next Lord. So I think that was a beautiful, beautiful exchange.
I mean, depending on if Madagascar would be able to lengthen out, but do you see the bravest fighter coming on to the Leomord? Will the Leomord get caught out? Yes! Shutdown kill going in favor of the Camilla as Leomord has been eliminated. So there will be no jungle for the side of Equinox in this next objective fight.
Bro, that was a major mistake from Equinox. They knew the Lord was up. Why are you being so aggressive into the enemy jungle when the Lord is up? Solo pushing as a jungler. I know it works, but then you need to have the map awareness. I mean, there's a King's Calling pushing everyone into the range. Irithel dishing the damage, but there's a Cursed Blood onto 2. Irithel will be petrified. Gosu, it's just hopping everywhere and Chinese into the backline. But this Phobius just sustaining everything, but there is another kill. So that's already 2 members down. The Lord will be uncontested. I think Meta has a firm grasp to end this game with this next Lord.
Equinox just currently sacrificing a lot that they've been working for, especially with those 2 clutch defenses with the previous Lords. My question is, will we see it again as we do see the Phantom Steed coming onto the Granger? However, Al does sacrifice his life. The ultimate snipe coming in, picking up a double kill for Shiny's back.
Oh, bro, that was one basic attack, one snipe, and Irithel was dead. This Leslie, they need to watch out for this Leslie. This Leslie is starting to hurt super bad.
Oh, but the King's Calling has been committed. However, the Mincetar is taken down. There we see the Cursed Blood coming in from the Camilla. It seems like Madagascar would be able to close this one as the Feathered Airstrike coming in from the Faza. However, just trying to keep everyone away from the inhibitor, well, the Nexus. But Madagascar taking the second game. It's 1-for-1 each. Everybody was
Bro, what a game.
Yeah, that was crazy, bro. That went back and forth. But yeah, Madagascar just definitely picking up the dominance that they had in the early game. So yeah, we will be heading into the third match very shortly. It is a best of 5 series.
And as things are currently standing, I think we might be able to see the full 5 games being played. I mean, game 1 was very dominantly in the favor of Equinox, but this game was back and forth, all the action, all the time, and Meta made a mistake in the mid lane. Equinox got the comeback, got a lot of advantage back in their favor, and then suddenly, just like that, one mistake from Equinox put Meta in the running to end the game. So that's, I mean, one misplay can cost you the whole game, and Meta did play that late game very, very well.
Leslie's pick, quite inspired. So what she did towards the end. That amount of damage she was dishing out was next level crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it just comes to show you what the Madagascar can do if they don't go for the troll picks. But very curious to see how this third match is going to play out. As we do see Lancelot and YSS gets banned out immediately. And Equinox definitely respect banning that Leslie.
Leslie were a weird ban, though, in my opinion. Like, I understand 100% respected onto that Leslie, but rather ban in the second phase. There's a lot of things you can do against Leslie. Clint being one of the main counters to her. So I don't know how I feel about leaving open the Lapu, leaving open a lot of things just to ban out the Leslie.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's anything could be happen here, but I'm loving this Yuzong pick, especially from Gosu Akadu. Gosu Akadu has had a tremendous amount of success, especially with the Yuzong, and definitely going to be able to focus onto the backliners. Yeah, let's see how Madagascar does go with this one. Oh, Shiny's back, does pick up 1-1, but Iris T back does pick up the Mincetar, so we will see Mincetar once more, but he will be in the XP lane.
I mean, that Mincetar pick was clutch. I mean, that's already, firstly, the counter away from Shiny. That 1-1, if she gets hooked into the King's Calling, she can't jump around, she's dead. So that already takes a pick away from your enemy, because we know Java likes that Mincetar. It's a good hero overall, and it takes away one of your main counters. So very good pick. Erathel also one of the best counters against a 1-1, so I'm loving this draft so far.
You see J-Hive does pick up the Badang, so yeah, Badang into the mix as well. Definitely, if the Badang is able to catch the 1-1, that's going to be a very difficult time for the 1-1 in this matchup. But I mean, look, this Badang is an underrated roam, but yeah, it's definitely a very strong roam. Shiro showing us Sicilian, and well, Shiro on the Sicilian has been very devastating as well. Sicilian into the mix.
I mean, Badang is slowly but surely becoming a meta roamer currently. I mean, even in South Africa and the pro scene, he sees a lot of play in the roam. He's a bit dead in the XP lane though, so it's more of a roam utility now currently. But there comes the respect bans once again. Minotaur out of Daddy's hands, and Sylvana not being played by Owl for the rest of this evening, eh?
Valor and loyalty in a dead body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Good chat.
It's good chat. As we do see Uranus being banned out. I mean, look, Uranus, both teams did pick up the XP laners. I'm not understanding this Uranus as a final ban.
The thing is, Uranus, because it's one of Larry's
Hello.
signature backup picks on the jungle, they have Minzathar, which is technically a marksman in the XP lane. So having a tank jungler will not be a bad option. I would say take the Baxia in the jungle, Fred will not be bad, or even the Uranus in the jungle will be a valid option, because they need a bit more frontline potential coming out here from meta.
Yeah, I'm just seeing something in the chat here that the jungle from Equinox AFK'd. I didn't see anything of that similarity or resemblance of an AFK in that matchup. But Al picking up the Roger, and here's your May showing us Vale. It's been a moment.
Oh, bro, it's been a minute. I mean, I have a love-hate relationship with Vale. I mean, yeah, sure, you can burst down a lot of people, but he is just not as good in this current meta.
To vanquish the shadows that
See
plague this
Suyu
world.
getting picked up from the side of Madagascar. So Baxia, Suyu, final picks for the side of Madagascar. Ladies and gentlemen, this does conclude the third game's draft. Currently, it's 1 apiece for both teams going into match number 3. Yeah.
Excuse me. I'm sorry for my sudden disappearance. I had a very important call to take. I would like to ask Waylander if he may stream for me. Sorry. Oh, are you saying sorry because you didn't hear me? Or okay, you did hear me. I've got a stream for me, ladies and gentlemen. Who won the last game?
Gascar.
Oh, Gascar! Hell yeah! That's what I like to hear. No
so 1 for 1
whatsoever here. No bias whatsoever, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to briefly skim over this draft with you because I haven't seen it yet. Never mind, I'm not. I'm just going to glaze this Roger skin. Wow.
This is maybe one of the best skins in the game.
Yeah, I saw the effects on the what do you call it, on the tool, on the preview thing. I haven't seen the skin in game yet, but what I do know is I really love the animation that he does when he walks with the wolf. Look at him, he's like Naruto running. It's so cool.
This is going to be a very fun matchup here. It's 1 apiece at this moment in time, so honors even. Everything's still to play for, because I mean, if you lose now, you're going to be out of the whole competition. So neither of the teams want that to happen to them. Shiro sticking with that Sicilian pick that he so loves. So far, no one's been really banning that Sicilian from him. I suppose Equinox have a plan as to how they're going to deal with this Sicilian.
I mean, this is Shiro we're talking about, man. We've been seeing this guy Sicilian. It is absolutely insane. His positioning, it's so good. And the thing is, what I don't understand about Shiro Sicilian is that he doesn't play safe on this hero. He goes in, man fights people, and he knows that he's not out of position at the right moments.
Yeah, the guy thinks his son's here. Just goes in ultra aggressive with the mage. But he does seem to somehow manage to reposition just perfectly. He does do a absolute ton of damage. I'm just taking a look at Larry NB going for the gold crab. Irithel staying safe underneath this tier 1 turret. Sight trying to stay out of sight in those bushes.
Oh yeah, Sight, he's worried. They've got 3 people around him. He should be okay though. I don't think it's that easy to dive in Irithel. I think they're going to give it a go, though. Here comes that rolling stone, whatever it's called. And look at the Irithel running around with the sprint. It's going to get killed, though, by P. Diddy's back, giving the first blood to the side of Madagascar.
Yeah, but could this be first blood sacrificed for the first turtle of the game? I would say with that, it wouldn't really be honors even. You would get a slight bit extra gold when it comes to first blood as compared to taking the first turtle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's for sure. I think we're going to see a little bit of an action coming in from P. Diddy once again onto that top lane. He's doing a very good job of these rotations. Sending Team Newleafy looking at a 5-man rotation coming in on the side of Madagascar. Here there's the King's calling. Oh no! Look at the jab accidentally rolled in with right into the King's calling. You're going to see the Black Dragon form coming into the back line here. They're going to be able to get a kill on Ghost Ocado. The Petrify, but should be able to get the kill site, finishes them off as P. Diddy's back also falls down. That is a great response coming in from Equinox.
Beautiful setup there by Ghost Ocado with that Petrify landing onto 2, catching that 1-1 out, getting the passive procced up, and they managed to take down, as you said, 2 in response. So keeping that gold lead within touching distance.
Just looking at this Roger. The skin actually looks kind of funny, dude. Like, look when he changes from human to wolf. He does this big, like, jump. It's like he's going, ooh. I could see some really, I could see people being really funny with the winter crown with Roger, right?
Yeah.
Just a winter crown mid-animation.
That'll be a nice, I think, YouTube short.
But anyway, jokes aside, we are seeing an engagement in the middle lane here. Once again, Shiro is just completely up and not afraid of getting his hands dirty to do a few things. We are going to see Ghost Okada going as well into the fray. Might be able to get a kill onto the Bashia, but he's a nice and tanky boy. They're not going to be able to take him down that easy as the turtle is going to be spawning up again.
Yeah, just a couple of seconds, and right now, I can't really say which team will be taking this. Ghost Ocado does have that Black Dragon form, but the Fury of the Phoenix and the First Crack has been committed from the side of Equinox. They don't have those big skills just available yet, but I'm trying to CC everybody up onto the Basha here, the Crack's Feast. I can't believe I'm forgetting the names here. That's a crossbow tanker. So I'm thinking, what is the name of this? But anyway, oh my goodness.
Oh my lord. Shiro. Like, bruh. Yoiki in the sky look like a meta hero, man. Like the Sicilian is so scary. He plays it so perfectly, man. And also something I've noticed is that Larry MB is playing a normal jungler. What a surprise.
Yeah, Suyu. Haven't seen Suyu in a while. Oh, there's Batak. Lands the first crack onto 2, but Suyu with that high mobility manages to escape. Comes in from that Munsa thought that's going to be the Fury of the Phoenix. Launches into the back line. He's got that wolf form out. He manages to eat up Larry and B as Equinox are trying to get something done. You know, I was just thinking around that turtle fight, of which I was forgetting everybody's names. Just not having the first crack available for the side of Equinox proved to be quite deadly.
Yeah, I think Jav is playing a little bit weird on this Badang. I think he's not respecting the Mincetar that much, but I mean, yeah, it's definitely a valuable spell still. Oh my god, Ghost Okada. Didn't even need to drop the King's Calling there. It just fell down. Had the Black Dragon form though. I think he was trying to use it, but just, didn't have enough time to do it. So maybe the King's Calling was necessary.
Yeah, just to make sure secure the game. I mean, sometimes when you know there's going to be a decent length of time before there's going to be a fight, but oh, Bashia rolling into danger as L takes yet another kill in response for Equinox, but it's 9-5 going the way of Madagascar, but they are within touching distance, both teams, of one another gold-wise. It's not a significant advantage either way.
I think, oh, excuse me, we're going to see 1-1 coming in with the crossbow tank, but look at that, this zooms on out of there on that motorbike. We are going to see Ghost Okado getting a nice initiation. Shiny's trying to make it out of here, but the Like It Pot's going to be able to finish her off as Ghost Okado will be taken down by Shiro on that Sicilian once again. This hero is doing amazing amount of damage. Double kill for Sicilian. They're going to keep up the chase here with Conceal. They're going to be able to get the hook. Oh, nice dodge coming up from L.
My goodness, he just managed to survive that. But once again, Seppi, I would say your glazing of Shiro on the Sicilian is definitely on point. This is... I know you were glazing, you're right, but it's for anybody to see why. It's not like you were being unduly biased or something. Right? This guy is just broken on the Sicilian.
Yeah, I think he's just got it down. You know, like how I with Joy. For example, at some point, okay, I'm kind of washed with Joy right now, also because she's kind of a bad hero. But Sicilian, like something just clicked when I play Joy, right? And I think that's happened to Shiro. I think this is like he just knows how to play it. He knows that he shouldn't be playing too safe. He knows that he shouldn't be playing too aggressive. He knows that he does this amount of damage and he has these X amount of limits when it comes to playing the hero. So it's lovely to see.
Yeah, it is. Oh, there's the Sanguine Cloth into the King's Calling. They blow up the Burnt as the Black Dragon form is making his way towards the backline. It's goes to Okado just spinning around Suyu, trying to get some amount of damage. Has the mobility to escape, but Crusher stops that Yuzong from going in, but the passive will be procced very, very shortly. They'll try to do something, but oh, Shiro once again with the follow-up. Shut down on Al. This is a 4-for-nothing exchange. Tier 2 turrets are falling.
I'm not going to say that was all Shiro. I'm not going to say that was all Shiro there, but it was definitely a major portion of that fight. Was Shiro. But that was definitely Madagascar's collectively a very good fight for them. That's like a 3-for-nothing trade, or was it 4? I can't remember, but damn, are they winning fights pretty stylingly right here. They've got a pretty significant lead here, about 5,000. It's not the most we've seen before, but in a game like this, it feels like a lot.
Yeah. It does. Especially with the map control that goes with it. Because, I mean, the gold would have come partly from the kills. Yes, there are 9 kills with the advantage. But a lot of that extra gold would have come from the map control that they have. They've only lost 1 tier 1 turret. And we're heading into the first row of the game.
I saw some people in the comments pointing out that it's not the Roar anymore, Waylander. It's the Lord now. Rest in peace, Roar.
Oh, yes. The map has changed. My bad. I was just so... Why couldn't you leave me be happy with saying Raw? I was enjoying it so much. Damn people.
Oh, what was that flicker? Oh, no, that wasn't a flicker. Okay, for some reason, it looked like your Aresti flickered there, but he did not. But nice little scouting out from the bush is what he was doing. I think there's something happening here. We're looking at 1-1, going down to this bottom lane. They're going to be able to defend that. The Lord, it's going to be coming down the middle lane. Let's see if they can equalize lanes quite nicely here. If they can, I think it's still not a win for them. It is the first Lord. So the Lord is quite weak. Yeah. So they shouldn't be able to get too much done with this. But what I'm expecting to see is a tier 3 tower dropping. That's what I'm definitely... we're about to see that. Yeah. Unless the team fight goes horribly wrong.
Because the shield in the mid lane is out of the question already. But Equinox just trying to stop that Lord from going in a little bit early. But there's Barsha into the backline, onto the Roger. The second seal comes out there, but all the King's Calling underneath the tower. Best feast from Shiro once more as they're dishing out the damage 1-1 with the double. This should be the tier 3 turret that Seppi was hoping for here in the mid lane. Could be even more because the bot lane, there is one more wave coming through as they are putting a lot of pressure into the base. They want to go for the ending angle with it. Oh, he's stopped. Oh, there's the angle. They lock onto the base and take down the game 2-1 in the favor of Madagascar.
Wow. Yeah, I mean that was a big stomp, if I'm being honest. There was somewhat of an even early game, and then all of a sudden Shiro just came through and popped off.
Can I just throw one of the fans under the bus? So one of the fans in the live stream there, Colin, is saying, "Trust the process. Equinox clutch defense." Just at the moment. That really ended. I'm sorry, Colin, but we had to do it.
Yeah, but what a dominant performance coming in from Madagascar. I mean, Larry, when he's not goofing around with some wacky, goofy picks from Ohio, they are extremely dangerous.
Very, very, very much so. No Kaja jungle for 2 games in a row. Worked out well for him. Now, here's the question. This is match point for Madagascar at this moment in time. Based on the current 2 performances they had, do you favor them to take this 3rd game, making it 3 in a row and clutching out the series, or can Equinox mount some sort of comeback and take us into the 5th?
Well, if we look at it this from a romantic standpoint, I am romantically involved with Shiro, so how can I not vote for Madagascar?
I'm catching the joke now. I love it. I love
love you too.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, we are into the next drafting phase.
wait, are we in already? Oh, I could have joined on my phone real quick. No.
To me,
No.
fun is all that matters.
Is the lobby started yet, or is it too late?
It's too late.
Oh. Oh well, it's fine. We'll watch Waylander's stream. It's all good. Oh my god, there's already 4 bands on the list here. We're looking at the Guitar Grok, Lance and Wan. Those are some interesting bands coming in from the side of Madagascar. I can understand the Wan and the Lance, but I guess it's the Grok from the first game that they were scared of, right? And then Guitar tells me that they want to go for some sort of attack speed lineup. So
Yeah, I think they probably are going with that, with those bands, as you're saying. Gacha has not seen the light of day in any of the 3 matches that have brought us up to this point. So it seems that neither team wants to be dealing with that pesky, I wouldn't even say Rome, right? Because he is sort of a flex spec.
yeah, sure. We'll look at the next band coming through. Sylvana. Oh, that's a cool one. They're gonna respect that Sylvana jungle that Equinox love to bring out sometimes. It is quite strong. I'm not gonna say it's. I feel like it's not worth a ban, but they're just gonna remove it anyway.
Yeah, I suppose they're looking at the types of jungles that Al has picked up so far in this game. He's been going for this sort of the fighter jungles. When you look at it, it's a Roger, which is a fighter / marksman, but I would say more of a fighter than a marksman, because you do use that wolf form more often than not. Sylvana and Leomord. So they're sensing that Al's playstyle is sort of along this way. Doesn't tend to lean towards the assassin jungles, especially from the games we have seen in the previous matchup. So I don't know if that is factoring into their drafting or their
Night
process.
sky tells all.
Oh, we're gonna see Ghost of Kato picking up the Esmeralda hero we see too often coming through. Have seen it a few times though. It's like from Saints, they brought it mid, which was kind of an interesting choice. Sight is well going to be able to pick up that Clint. Clint is a very safe marksman to pick. Doesn't have I said this before, but it doesn't have that many losing matchups, so it's quite nice and safe. Madagascar also going to pick up the Minotaur.
I would say that Esmeralda is what I'd like to call a preventative pick. You pick it and it prevents the enemy from picking certain heroes, anything that's going to offer a shield for her to eat through.
It's my way or the
I don't think she counts as Uranus. I think that is a misunderstanding. I don't think she counts as the Uranus or the Phobius as well.
Yeah.
I think those 2 heroes is a bit of a bait to pick Esmeralda into. What I do like her into are, let's say, like a Sylvana, or something in the XP. I don't actually know. I think she is a bit of a generalist pick as well. I think you can pick her into just into most matchups. What you're scared of are not really meta heroes. Like the Dyroth, I know is a counter to Esme, but no one's picking Dyroth these days.
Valor and
No one is.
loyalty in
I
a
can't
dead
even remember
body.
the last time I've seen a Dyroth in 5, man.
ground by heaven's
Yeah.
mandate. My
If we do see it in 5-man, and you usually see it in jungle,
Yes.
I think it's quite a consistent retry taker, like an objective taker with the Phantom Strike, Abysm Strike. That's what it's called, Abysm
Yeah.
Strike.
Silo.
Yeah, I was about to say. That's a Zilong ban. I mean, we have seen Equinox bring out the Zilong before, so it's a ban.
It's a ban. Interesting ban, but it's a ban nonetheless. I think they must have been. Well, you think there was a panic ban? like the time is going down here. Just ban anything.
Also, I need to highlight that Sicilian ban. That is
See
deserved.
value in me? You
Most
should.
definitely. It's been it's been many games where whenever it's open, Shiro locks onto the Sicilian, and so finally they're like, yeah, let's just get rid of this annoyance. But with Madagascar, right? They've got this Mincetar, Minotaur, Ixia, and potentially an X-Borg combo into the mix. X-Borg, obviously to deal with the Fredrin. but the team fight potential from the 3 that they've already selected is crazy.
That's the full team fight package. Got the King's Calling, Minimum Fury, and full barrage, man. You're asking to go 5-on-5 with this draft here. Listen, this is going to be an extremely controversial take. Okay, hear me out though. All right. I don't think Xbox is that good into Fredrin jungle. I think, in my opinion, the matchup goes like this. If the Fredrin is like not a donkey, which I'm sure L is not a donkey, he just plays aggressively. Xbox is a bit of a scaling hero. He needs a bit of time to get the items that empower his ability to stay in the team fights long. But Fredrin is all front loaded. So in my opinion, Xbox just can't deal with an aggressive Fredrin player, is what I'm saying. Sure, later into the game, in the mid-game, Xborg has the insane true damage and the percent damage that knocks down at Fredrin's HP bar, right? Yes. But earlier than that, it doesn't feel very Xborg favored to me.
Yeah, and the thing about a Fredrin that always surprises me is the amount of damage he gets done on that first skill of his.
I mean, it scales off his HP, right? So you build him with tons of HP, and all of a sudden, you're being tanky and you're dealing a lot.
Yes, exactly. But, well, we'll head into this match to see. What slipped by us is Hijume on that Theramus pick. So, Theramus Camilla, Fredrin Esmeralda will be that sort of front line. And so a lot is going to depend on Clint and whether he can get online early enough to start dishing out the damage. But anyway, let me hand you over to Skankel and Shroomsy as they take us through the what and potentially final match.
I'm currently just freaking out on these 2 Metro skins into the mix. I have to say, it is quite beautiful to see XCR getting some love eventually with the skin. I mean, this is beautiful, but even the Xbox skin is boss. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, we are into the 3rd match of the evening. Madagascar up against Equinox.
Quick rotation here from the Vasa, as it's not so quick rotation from Shroomsy with his microphone. But we'll wait for him to unmute himself.
I was muted. I don't know why I was muted, but I was muted. But don't stress, I'm back. I'm finally back. I was having a lack of conversation with myself.
Really, but we do see the engagement onto J-Hov as that Netherrealm coming in from the farm Paramus.
The Netherrealm is not available as of yet, but nonetheless, what an engagement. Poking down the Camilla so easily. I mean, Camilla's not a very tanky in the early game. She needs a few items before she can start frontlining. But, I mean, the combo they have currently, it's very, very back and forth. I don't know, it all depends on who's the better setter. But beautiful camp coming out here from P. Diddy and Shiro, trying to just tail off the jungle from Al, but not able to secure that.
Do you see the engagement onto Shiro? Fredrin into the mix. We do see the Appraiser's Wrath does catch out the Faza. So that's the first blood coming in for Fredrin, but Camilla will be caught out in this equation.
And I mean, already, this shows the dominance of the early game rotation here from Ghost Yakaru. Larry MB getting caught out. Last Sanity has been committed, but it doesn't have enough Rogue armor stacks yet, and that will be taken down as well. That is also very low. There's a second Appraiser's Wrath, but not dealing just enough damage. But Erzes is here with the King's Calling available. So it might be Meta looking for a pick-off. They're not able to contest its turtle, but we might be seeing a pick-off after this, because, I mean, if you're playing aggressively with the Equinox, they will go for the jungle evade, probably.
Yeah. Nice to see that rotation coming in from Fredrin and the Camilla onto the blue buff. I mean, it's currently a concession. Oh, but the blue buff has been taken away from Larry NB.
Oh, bro, retro steal, beautiful clutch play coming out there from Al. And that, I mean, Xborg is not someone who wants to be invaded. He needs to scale a little bit before he gets fully online. Goes to there, getting caught out. King's Calling has been knocked off, but not on the mark. And there's the recall spams coming out from Gosu.
I mean, look, the Esmeralda is going to have a very good time against this Minstar, but we do see in the bot lane, we do see a kill coming in, but Shiro gets a return onto Clint. It's a 1-for-1 exchange. Both MMs have been taken down.
That was a beautiful engagement, but a bit overstepping the boundaries. There's once again Al into the enemy jungle, just zoning everyone and stunning everyone out. Manon Fury used defensively. There's a feather airstrike. Brazos Wrath taking out that Faza, but he dies in the process. This extended team fight is still going on. Ghost is looking for that kill, but Xborg with a true damage definitely hurts a lot. But Ghost, he takes down the Espo, pays with his life, but I think that was a worthy exchange.
Overall, it was a worthy exchange coming in from Equinox, but we do see Mincetar taking a lot of Hijume's health there from that engagement, not being able to pull him back under the tier 1 turret. I mean, we're past the 4-minute mark. It is 600 gold in favor of Equinox and a 1 kill advantage.
I mean, the advantage is already fairly in their favor. If they can keep this Xbox from getting farmed up, I think this might be the game changer. And I mean, especially Esme, she's doing very good well. There's a falling star moon on to Azest, doing a lot of damage to Mincetar, but luckily he's playing safe. That is there to follow up with the team. King's calling SB committed. Shearer's also in the face, but there's Jav with the Camilla zoning everyone away. That is a full team fight, no kills yet. Xbox looking for something, but the turtle is up. I think they're going to disengage here.
Yes, sir, they do not disengage. We do see Camilla getting that stun onto the Xborg. However, we do see the Xborg getting his second skill on there, trying to catch Gosu Akadu, but Gosu Akadu is just focusing onto the back line. As we do see Mincetar does pull him in there. We do see the Minoan Fury does land onto 2. Curse Blood does stun up L. However, this is not over as we do see the full barrage coming in from Exia. She does clutch it out onto the Camilla. However, we do see the pull and the feathered air strike coming in from Madagascar as well. Exia picking up the double kill. Oh, that's a 2-for-1 exchange in favor of Madagascar.
Shiny is doing a very good job. I am not usually happy on using Skypiece on a marksman, but I think Shiny has the ability to buy Skypiece on this XR to get that snowball rolling. If XR gets even more fed, this is going to be dangerous for the side of Equinox. I mean, XR is currently having 100% kill participation, so that's a problem you need to shut down ASAP.
Agreed, but we do see Farum is trying to get that pull onto the Minotaur. We do see it though. However, Minotaur just slightly taken down to almost low HP. But we do see the King's calling and the pull. The Netherrealm has been committed. However, we do see the full barrage coming in from Exia. Jayhav has been taken down as the Minotaur does pick up the kill. However, we do see the engagement continuing. Clint gets the kill onto Mincetar. The Fredrin is into the back line, but the Minoan Fury coming in clutch, landing on 2-3, but Fredrin was taken down. That's a 2-for-1 exchange in favor of Madagascar, but Esmeralda taking that tier 1 turret in the top lane.
Fredrin definitely needs to start watching out. I mean, they have, oh beautiful, there's a last for committing the kill side in the backside. Larry gets caught out of position by Esme. That's another kill in the favor of Equinox. So this is a bit back and forth. Both these junglers playing very aggressively and unfortunately paying the price with their lives. So the next lot of the match is up and this is going to be a tough one to crack.
Very balanced match. However, Equinox does have the 2.5k gold lead. This is the third and final turtle. We do see Gosu Akadu just trying to bait everyone out there, rage baiting, if we can call it that, as Al does take the third and final turtle in favor of Equinox.
And they currently have the major gold lead in their favor, but most of the gold lead is in the pocket of the Esmeralda. The other gold difference is not as much. Yeah, there's a 1k on the Fredrin, but the XC are doing very well in this current laning phase. So, I mean, heading into the mid game, there is going to be a flip here. The aggressiveness in the hands of Equinox will be coming into their favor if they get not caught out by that King's Calling.
Well, I mean, anything could happen in a proper set of a team fight. I mean, you've got on both sides, each team has a member that can put in, a perfect set But yeah, let's see how this one does play out. I mean, it ain't over till the cookie crumbles, but we do see Esmeralda coming in there onto the back line. The fifth air strike has been committed. However, the Netherrealm into the mix, but the full barrage is onto a full team. However, Fredrin does take down the Minotaur, but look at Gosu Akaru not having a fear of. Oh my word, I'm just struggling to find the correct word. Wait, what's going on? But that's a tier 1 turret taken down in favor of Equinox. He doesn't have, hy het nie 'n bang haar op sy lyf nie. I was trying to translate.
Bro, I mean, that was the play of the century. She baited out 2 major ultimates just with her presence alone, and that was a game changer. The Netherrealm used to save her, and then they just went on the counter engage and got that few kills into their favor. If that happens again, and they keep playing safely like that, playing as a team, layering the attacks, that can be hard for Meta to watch out to come back from that.
Yeah, agreed. We do see the first Lord of this match has spawned up. It is currently balanced, 9 kills apiece, but Equinox having that 4k gold lead. We do see Gosu Akaru trying to focus onto the back line. Mincetar is just trying to keep the Esmeralda away from the team at this point, but we do see Peter getting stunned up. However, we do see the taunt coming in from the Fredrin as Clint does finish off the Minotaur, but the last insanity has been committed. However, we do see Gosu Akaru focusing on to Shiro, but Clint picking up a double kill. Equinox definitely capitalizing onto this as Esmeralda gets a shutdown kill on to the Exia.
Yeah, and that is also Larry MB being taken down by Carmilla. So, with that being said, the Lord and the kills going in the favor of Equinox. And with that being said, they will definitely crack this tier 2 turret in the mid lane. If they can get that Holy Shield pop, this might be an ending angle for them.
That they should be able to get some advantage from this Lord. I mean, every time that you see Equinox having Lord, they do get a lot of advantage and they do take a lot. As we do see the King's Calling coming in from Insta, just not able to get the Clint or the Camilla caught up. However, the engagement continues on to the Minotaur as Fredrin is taunting him up. The Minotaur will get taken down, but even with the flicker, it doesn't help. It is another tier 2 turret taken down in favor of Equinox. Only one tier 2 turret still standing, as we do see the Lord does charge up onto the tier 3 turret. The team fight is here. The feathered airstrike was committed. However, the Lord is shredding through this tier 3 turret. We will see a next minion wave coming in as well, as Esmeralda does go for that tier 2 turret in the bot lane.
But this is interesting. Faza picking up that Sky Pierce at the 11-minute mark. I'm not favoring that Sky Pierce on Faza currently. She's a little bit too behind to capitalize on that. But nonetheless, that is full map presence, full gold lead. That's almost a 10k gold lead in the hands of Equinox. I think with this being said, they said, okay, it might be match point, but we are not done yet. We will be seeing this beautiful comeback from Equinox.
They will definitely take this to the next Lord of the match. As we do see the jungle invade coming, but Exia does catch the red buff.
One thing I have to say is Esmeralda doing a very good job targeting the backline, but she has to watch out that she's the main diver of the team. If she gets caught out and dies before the next Lord, then Meta has a major chance to take this next objective. So it all comes down to this beautiful 4-1 split there from the side of Equinox, just zoning everyone out. Lord is up in 35 seconds, and I don't think Meta can contest this.
I mean, look, Equinox bringing in beautiful zoning here. Look at them. They're freezing the lanes. They're waiting for that right moment. But Esmeralda just keeping vision onto Larry and B at this point of stage. As we do see, the Minotaur does get stunned up by the Camilla.
Beautiful zoning coming out here from Java. I mean, it looks like Meta definitely needs to contest it. I mean, Esme is split pushing, so there's no backline dive, but she's going to come from the back, so they definitely need to watch out for this Esme's rotation. The Lord has spawned up. Equinox clearing the waves, going for this. They're sending the Mincetar back to defend this lane, as well as the Xbox. So this is definitely an uncontested Lord.
Oh, will the Esmeralda get caught up here? We do see the Camilla coming in here to assist goes to Akaru. As we do see the Minoan Fury does land onto Camilla. He's using the second skill onto Esme once more, but the Nether Realm has been committed from the Faramis. We do see Equinox coming into the base. The King's Calling has been committed. The full barrage coming in from Exia. Midstar does get the kill onto Camilla, and Faza does finish off, goes to Akaru. That is a 2-for-0 exchange in favor of Madagascar.
That's the problem. I had beautiful ups from zoning from the Esme, but committing too much, getting too deaths on their side. This is a Lord that's going to be easily defended. Al gets stunned up a lot. There's a hook into the tower. Oh, he gets away barely. A full barrage committed to no avail as well. So beautiful defense coming out here from Meta. They almost scored that Fredrin out of position. And the Lord has also been taken down. But Clint, long range assault. There's the Praises Raft into the mix. But Meta is following up beautiful. There's the Nether Realm from Faramis into the last Insanity. But Hijame will be taken down as well. There's a Minoan Fury. But Skype a flicker from Assist takes down the Fredrin as well. So that's a 1-for-2 exchange. But it's barely. Faramis has enough stacks. He's already back. He says, I'm not gone yet.
No anti-heal from the side of Madagascar. Or at least he just picked up one now.
2 Sky Pierces.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, look, the Clint has got a hefty bounty on his head, but we do see the Curse Blood does land onto a full team. The Nether Realm has been committed. Faramis does get a kill. However, the last Insanity has been committed from the X-Borg. Hijame will be able to escape the clutches of Larry and B. This game just turning tides ever so frequently as that immortality has been procced and Larry and B is taken down. We will see Equinox focusing onto the Nexus here.
Yeah, this is definitely an ending angle. No Fury into the that's game. Yeah, my tongue knotted there for reals, but it did not matter. Equinox got the dub, taking us into the sudden death.
Yeah, I mean, when have we ever gone into a 5th match? When? It's a first life for everything. It seems like it. But yeah, GG's well played. Shiny is back picking up the MVP for the side of Madagascar with that Exia. But the Sight picking up the MVP with the Clint.
I think what they lacked definitely was an answer to that Esmeralda. The amount of sustain she has was just crazy. The Minotaur being the only one for most of the game that had the anti-heal. So as soon as they locked down that Esme, they were basically safe from the enemy onslaught. But when Esme was back, there was no response to that.
Let's see if we can get Seppi into the lobby.
oh, thank you for reminding me. Oh my lord. Yeah.
Before we start. All of a sudden.
Yeah, I'm just looking at our viewer count here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for the support. Please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Let's see if we can get the viewer count up to 100 into this final sudden death round between Equinox and Madagascar. This one is definitely going to be a highlight real moment. Junior, if you are listening, well, you got me, bro. But nonetheless, Equinox up against Madagascar going into the sudden death round.
You know what's surprising, right? We've played 4 games so far in a best of 5. Do you realize this entire game has only taken 1 hour and 40 minutes?
Bro, it's great. It's
fast,
great.
It's been
It's not
extremely
like
fast.
days copy. The flipping 20-minute game, or was I with Waylander? Sorry.
Yes.
No,
The 29 minute match that we saw yesterday.
Yeah, that was a hell of a match. But this is. I think this is. I don't know what's more entertaining. Like a whole bunch of cool little stomp series. Nah, it has to be a long game. It has to be more fun, right?
Yeah. But this year with
not too long though.
This year with the going back and front is I think what keeps everything super entertaining.
I mean, I like the long games, man. I can start seeing the goofy stuff happening. I can start seeing death timers go to like 70 seconds. So it's like, yeah. So every little play matters when it comes to the late game. But maybe we'll see a nice like 30-minute game coming in on the game 5 here, unless we are wanting to go to sleep.
One thing I would like to see is Ghost picking up that glue. I want to see a glue in this final game.
A glue. Yeah.
A glue. Have you seen Ghostu's glue yet?
Yes. It's
Bro,
quite deadly.
that thing is crazy.
It's deadly. But we will see. Maybe they're listening into you and saying, "Oh, yeah, Shroopsy wants glue. Let's give him glue." It's like, you see how he's smiling. He's smiling like when, when you give those little kid matches for the first time in their life. Then you come home, the house is burnt, and you want to know why. That's what Shroopsy looks like now.
Okay, if we're having hero requests, Larry and B, if you're on the stream, I want to see a joy, please. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Just quickly need to step away. I just quickly need to go to the lavatory. I'll be back.
What is a lavatory? I don't know what a lavatory is, but anyway.
A bathroom.
Oh, I know what a lavatory is. I don't know what a lavatory is.
It's like it's what they do in the farms, you see, because they have to use actual trees.
Welcome to the party, friend.
They use a lavatory, right? So he pulls a lever on the tree and it turns into a bathroom. Yeah. All right. Anyway, I'll go with Shroomsy here then for the draft. So far, pretty standard bans. We're seeing pretty much the same stuff as we were seeing over the last few games.
There's not a lot else to do. I mean, that's exactly the same bands. So the final ban for meta, is it going to be once again I think they should take out maybe the Yu Zong or there goes the Esme. So definitely also focusing the XP lane. But so there's a lot of picks open. Still the Yu Zong, the Lapu is open. So
there it is. We're gonna see the Lapu coming through from Ghost Okado. I think a Yu Zong would be a good response to that. Make it into a skill matchup rather than having to play sort of in over. Oh, okay. I did forget about. I forgot about the Minstatar. That's also great here to pick through here.
Yeah, I mean, Minstatar is very good against the Lapu if you can catch him before he goes into warrior mode, and then he just stomps over you. So not a bad pick, and it also takes that out of Jarv's hero pool. So good pick overall. Once again, going for that Carmilla, but this time switches sides to meta.
That's quite an early Carmilla pick. I think it's fine. Okay, we're also going to see the AOG Master, the Gatot Kacha, the Scarp Skinkle special coming through here from the side of Equinox. I think it's also a bit early for that. I mean, maybe not. It does deny them a whole bunch of picks. Like, let's say if they wanted to go for an Erithel, I think Gatot's not so bad into it. Oh, I could be wrong. I could be really wrong. Maybe I think Gatot's probably good into Erithel. I mean, bad into Erithel.
Yeah, I mean, she's too fast. She's too fast. But I mean, there's the signature Carmilla and Sicilian combo being picked up by meta. So left the Sicilian open, being picked up as a main. Jarv is also a main Gato, so that's why I picked it up so early before it gets banned out again as the previous 4 games.
I mean, you just gave Shiro this Sicilian. He's going to be very happy about that. He is crazy on this hero. They need to find an answer for him at the moment. They have a little bit of an answer, which is a lot of jump, right? They've got the Bravest Fighter and the AOG coming in from the Gatot Kacha, but it's just Shiro knows how to position this hero. So
yeah, they have a lot of answers, but that's answer to the hero, not to the skill of the player. But looking at this Leslie band is a bit weird. I mean, Clint is the natural soft counter to a Leslie, so that's a bit interesting. Definitely respecting Shiny in that regard.
Yeah, that's true. The Faramis ban also coming through here. Are they wanting to go for a glue on Rome if they're banning Faramis? That could be what they're looking at.
But the Rome XP is already taken out there, so there's no Faramis. I think that's just purely respecting coming out from Ijame on that Faramis last game. Because, I mean, yeah, there's no real counter that Faramis can give. There's no advantage for glue in the side of meta.
We are looking at the final ban coming through. They need to be banning out a marksman, I think, because I think Larry is just too unpredictable with junglers, man. So I think they're going to be banning a marksman probably. There it is. It's going to be the Bro D. Okay, I think Madagascar have that last pick. I think they're probably going to give it to Larry. So they were looking at a marksman pick here. I don't know. What would you lane into Clint here? Maybe thinking of like a
Moskov.
Bruno angle or Moskov angle. Yeah.
Moskov is not bad. Bruno is actually very, very good. I mean, Clint has a burst ability, so you either need to lock him down or outburst him. So Bruno is an excellent pick here. He does well, especially against the other picks so far as well. But I would just say Bruno would be the last pick, then you should swap out the Larry maybe with Hayabusa.
Waters run deep.
Oh, okay. They actually go Larry in first here. We're gonna immediately pick up the Zetian and the Bashir. There's quite a lot of front line of, like, you know, Zetian, sure, she has a global ult, but she does want to be somewhat in the fight. I think they're quite vulnerable to the Curse of Blood when it comes to the draft of Equinox. So this Comilla is, again, going to be kind of dangerous with that. However, right now they don't have the biggest follow-up to it. So looking at Shiny, picking up a marksman who can follow up. Brody has been taken out. I think that was your premium pick when it comes to this draft. I think that was a really good ban. I'm liking the Bruno again. It's a bit rough into the Gatot, but I think it's better than Moskov. I think Moskov is going to struggle a bit too much here.
There's not a lot of other favorites. I mean, Earthal is very bad. Yeah,
Don't pick it. Oh no.
Be extinguished.
I don't know why.
I'm not liking that one as much, unfortunately.
No, I also agree with that. I mean, there's so much of dive and chase potential and stun capabilities coming out from the side of Equinox. So I'm not best favor of that Lord pick. But I mean, if the Cursed Blood lands and he can go with that, I don't know what his ult is called.
The Blazing Duet is called.
Blazing Duet. I know that actually. But if he goes with that Cursed Blood onto 4 Blazing Duet, that is enough damage to kill the whole team, though.
True. I mean, you don't see it often, the Blazing Duet combo with the Cursed Blood. It could be pretty dangerous. I mean, because, you know, Blazing Duet has a limit of 2 targets at a time. So when you go in with a Blazing Duet, you're hitting 2 targets at once. And then if you're hitting 5 people, that means everybody's the second target. Could be a big amount of damage. Yeah. Oh, a nice shout out coming in from Vegeta there. I think a Beatrix would have been quite nice, actually. Beatrix would have been a nice combo with the Comilla.
Yeah, that rocket barrage into the Cursed Blood, that would have been awesome. That's insta kill, bro.
Yeah, but yeah, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Scarpy, you want to cast here, or am I going to do your job here and do your job again?
That's how we're playing it. I wanted to say, let me have some fun, but you know what? Just to prove a point, it's fine. I'll do your job now.
Yay! All right, so I'll hand it over to Scarpy and Way for the final match between Madagascar and Equinox. Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up. This is going to be a banger of a final game here. I can feel it.
Everything to play for, everything on the line right now between these two teams, and a quick rotation here. Slight gets a bit of poke damage onto Shiny. Shiny has to retreat a little bit, uses the sprint, so no sprint available for the next 100 seconds.
Bro, this is going to be a do or die a team fight moment. I mean, we do see Equinox going for that early game jungle invade as the Garagacha is onto Larry B, currently zoning us. We do see the Sanguine Claws coming in from the Sicilian, who will get the first blood. Who will be the first blood as Al takes a lot of damage, but the first blood going in favor of the Clint as Ling has been taken down. He does pick up a double kill, but the Baxia has been eliminated in that exchange. It's a 2-for-1 exchange in favor of Equinox.
Yeah, they almost flicked off coming in from the Muncie there. They also managed to steal the blue buff away from the Ling as well, so very, very nice jungle invade from the side of Equinox. They managed to achieve quite a bit in that early part of the game. And as we know, Ling, no blue buff, no play.
Well, why is that, boy?
His energy gets used up way too quickly. Way too quickly. There was a time where, you know, they did a little bit of a buff on him, and they were like, the energy management, but both him and Fanny was decent, and then they reverted it. Because, you know, Moonton does as Moonton wishes.
Like Burma nerving the 1-1. Anyway, we do see the Brave Fighter from Gosu Akadu has been committed onto Shiro, but Baxia gets the first turtle of the match in favor of Equinox.
So building up a slender 700 gold lead on the hook there onto the Lapu, but he's got the mobility to escape. Gosu Okadu with that Lapu in the first game was absolutely deadly, but then we see the wraparound play onto Shiny. It's going to be the Fury of the Phoenix, but oh, the Gato misses the taunt. Claude using that second skill to get back to safety. The Vengeance being popped by Gato just to say stay alive, and uses that Avatar Guardian defensively to escape.
Yeah, I mean... Yeah, sorry, I was just reading a message. Thank you, Tsepi. I hope you have a wonderful evening for the rest of the night. But yeah, I mean, bro, it's just past the 3-minute mark. It is currently, well, 1k gold lead in favor of Equinox.
Slowly building it up, little by little. They do have quite a decent early game. Though when it comes to the late game scaling, I would say Madagascar's draft favors that. The late game scaling, it's just the Clint that's going to dish out the serious damage in the late game, as it's going to be Basha into mix with that turtle poison. Gets a bit of poke onto the Diddy's back, at the back of Diddy, should I say, as Diddy turns around and repositions and gets back to safety of the tier 1 turret.
Yeah, but I mean, Lapu just holding his own. As we do see the pull onto Mintatar. Lapu has been committed into that King's Calling, but Gosu Okadu just sustaining all of that damage from the Link and the Mintatar.
Blazing to us underneath the tier 1 turret, but Sight escapes with the 1 HP and gets the kill. There's the Avatar of Guardian underneath the turret. They want to try to go onto that Camilla. Camilla could be locked up here. She's using that arrow to try to escape, as Al, with the turtle poison, manages to engage onto Shiro here. They're chasing down Denny, gets the curse blood out. Oh, but he uses that escape. The flicker from Shiro. Oh my goodness. How often do you get to see that escape? That's the great escape. The great escape. I'm calling it now. That's the great escape.
Well, we did see a great escape with the Badang previously, but Zetian gets the kill onto the Mintatar, but the Ling coming in and getting that victory steal onto the second turtle of the match. Oh my word, Larry and B, quick fingers.
Yeah, just keeping that gold within touching distance. Still sticking around that, I'd say about 1.8k gold a region. Lapu gets a lot of damage done onto the turret. He has enough minions to try and take this down, but no, it's just like 1 HP in there. Commits the brave fighter, trying to escape. There's the Fury of the Phoenix. Blazing duets used by the Claude defensively to get back to safety. Now the engagement onto the Link. He does not have the Tempest of Blade, but does not need it right now. And I think Gosu Okadu might have done enough to secure a tier 1 turret. Might have. Is he going to go in for this? Will he chance it? No, it does not look... Oh, he is going to chance it! He goes in and gets out. Camilla wants to come with the wraparound stun. Throws it in here, but once more that CC immunity from the Lapu allows him to get out of danger.
I mean, that's Lapu is definitely going to have a great time against Madagascar, especially with that CC immunity. We do see the Sanguine Claws gets committed, but the Gatagacha just dashes out of harm's way.
Yeah, so we haven't seen any big Avatar Guardians yet, used defensively for the most part, but that is one of those, game changer of an ultimate.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. I mean, it is at the 6.5 minute mark. Equinox has the full kill advantage. We do see the Fury of the Phoenix has been committed to Sanguine Claws, not landing Gatagacha, just using that AOG, the Avatar of Guardian, not being able to land onto anyone. The Cursed Blood into the mix, into the King's Calling from the Mintatar as the Ling picks up a kill onto the Zetian, but the engagement does continue as it's a double kill for the Ling and the Sicilian. It's a 4-for-0 exchange in favor of Madagascar.
Yeah, Lapu into the mix once more, but the flickers back. Shiro manages to get back to safety as they trade for this bottom tier 1 turret. So the turrets are even. Ling going for this third and final turtle of the game. He's got it down fairly low. I don't think there's going to be any possible chance of a contest. Gosu Okadu thought about it and then rethought about it and was like, no. This is not the moment in time to go in all by myself. I know I'm a Lapu, but not even I can go 1v5.
Let's see that Brave Fighter getting committed onto, well, the jungle there. Just trying to get it away from the Ling. The pull not coming in and landing onto its mark from the Mintatar.
That's one of those spammable ultis because its cooldown is so low.
Yeah, I mean, bro, this is I'm very curious to see how this one is going to play out at the first Lord of the match. I think because of the match being so balanced, the next team fight is definitely going to set the tone into this final matchup. As we do see the Clint picks up that endless battle. I mean, he's going for that Trinity build.
Yeah. That's the famous two items on a Clint: Blade of Heptases and Endless Battle. I wonder if he's gonna go like full on damage. Maybe pick up the BOD. Though, yeah, I think BOD might be the way to go with the next item. But we'll see what Sight is thinking as Larry NB trying to find his way to just get a bit of a wave cut going on here. Camilla with a lovely scout out here, but will take a bit of poke damage from the Clint. They want to try and create the space to lock onto this turret, but the fence is in there from the Ghetto as he just helps clear the wave.
I mean, Batia is going to... he's coming for that trap. Will he be able to get the deal sealed onto the claw? The top Guardian barely missing. However, we do see the Cursed Blood landing onto the Brave Fighter. Is into the mix as the Clint picks up a double kill. That's currently a 2-for-0 exchange in favor of Equinox. But look at the Mincetar and the Ling just being allowed to farm up.
Yeah, they went to try to trade up. I mean, this is a game of trades. Oh, Mincetar taking way too much damage. Pops the King's calling. There was the flicker coming in from the Clint. But Tempest of Blade coming out from the Link, but he has to use it defensively. Uses a couple of swords just to get back to safety. And just hopefully keep this mid lane turret protected. But I don't know for how much longer this first Lord of the game is up. Should go the way of Equinox. As they are in pole position to take that. Ling wouldn't really want to go in without any Tempest of Blade available.
Definitely not, bro. I mean, it is just before the 10-minute mark. The gold is fairly even. And the kills just slightly in favor of Equinox, but Madagascar, they do have the map advantage, having 2 tier 1 turrets taken down.
Yeah. The way things stand at this particular moment in time, it's anybody's game at this current juncture. But when we're looking at it overall, the longer this game goes along, the more Madagascar come into the mix. You've got heroes like Sicilian and Ling and Claude who scale so well into the late game. Whereas on the side of Equinox, you just got the Pinks that scales into the late game.
Keep an eye out here onto the Mincetar as we do see the Brave Fighter coming in from the Lapu, fighting out that Mincetar even inside of the King's calling. But yeah, just catching Mincetar out of the position. But Mincetar did seal the tier 2 turret in favor of Madagascar.
I could say potentially a worthy trade-off, or something that could be a decent trade-off. Though with this, the turrets are falling all across the map, so we should see those turrets more or less even, right? I don't think they'll be able to take down any tier 2 turrets, so.
Yeah, I mean, Equinox, Madagascar, they're currently rotating in such a way that they need to, that Equinox keeps on splitting. But yeah, I mean, let's see, there is a moment for set here. This bro, I'm literally on the edge of my seat here because anything can happen at any moment and the game will turn into either team's a favor.
All we need, Mads, is to come and oh my goodness, Shiny got caught out with the push, gets taken down. Though I don't think that will affect things dramatically, considering we're still just under a minute to go before the next Lord of the game is up.
Yeah, we will see Larry and B escaping escaping before the Butcher could get any vision on him.
So,
you wanted to say.
Yeah, I was like, all you need now is Mads to come and scream in your ear, and you'll be off the seat, being on the edge of it. Let's hope she's not listening.
She is definitely listening. I can hear her phone on the YouTube. But yeah, speaking of which, ladies and gentlemen, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. This is definitely a cracker. Let's go! 12.5 minute mark. 3 kills an advantage for Equinox. However, it's only 700 gold in favor of Equinox. This next Lord will be spawning up. It's the second Lord of the match.
Larry just starting it off, just trying to pull the Lord. It's the beginning of the Lord dance, as we can see. Lapu seizing this opportunity to take a tier 2 turret in the top lane. Oh, but the Kurtbird does land onto 2. Oh, we see the follow-up there. The King's calling into the mix. As well as Lid, he's trying to get in towards the back line there. He's on the wall, but he's taking so much poke damage from the clip. But Lapu, he's in there with the Brave Fighter, dishing out the damage. The delayed engagement from Kausu resets the Lord and gives Equinox the opportunity to seal the deal here. Though Al is extremely low, he's gonna have to be careful. Ling saying, you know what, I don't want to get involved in this. Daddy with that Camilla wants to go in. Mansatar with the hook, but then he gets taken down. Pasha somehow manages to survive. Ling uses the wall just to get back to a bit of safety. So with this particular fight, advantage Equinox.
Yeah, I mean, that was a 2-for-1 exchange in favor of Equinox, bro. This is that moment in the match, bro. It's a make it or break it moment. Will Madagascar get their disciplined defense up and running here, or will Equinox seal the deal here with the pickoffs? As we do see the Fury of the Phoenix coming in, but not being able to capitalize onto the link.
Yeah, it's the damage output right now. Look at sight on the Clint. 10.2k gold. At this moment in time, there's the engagement onto Gorso Cardo. He almost escaped that, but blazing duets, King's calling, everything being committed as they manage to take down the Lapu. So that will, I think, give them half an opportunity to get a solid defense on the line here. Bats Feast comes out from Shiro as Camilla and Ling just pull the Lord away from the tier 3 turret. They should be able to defend it. Minsathar protecting the bottom lane tier 3 turret. So for the side of Madagascar, keeping the tier 3 turrets up and running, I would say they'd say that's the best of a bad situation.
I think putting up a good defense, especially with the lanes and the lane management, just being able to keep that Lord away from the tier 3 turret. So no real advantage coming through from that second Lord of the match.
Yeah. Not any major one anyway. Though that tier 3 turret here on the top lane, I mean, just look at that health bar.
It's close.
It is.
Yeah, but looking at Clint only has 20 stacks on the Skypiercer. Look, Madagascar definitely needs to respect sight with this Clint, bro. Equinox definitely protecting and maintaining the survivability on their backline.
Yeah. So there we're gonna see the engagement here in the mid lane. Just a bit of poke damage going either way. As there's a turtle voice and into the backline, the King's calling comes out. Avatar Guardian not on the mark, but they blow up. Minsathar, there's gonna be the Brave Fighter from the Lapu just dishing out the damage into the backline, forcing everybody away. But Clint, he's not done yet. He wants to go in for more. It's a 2-for-0 exchange, and that with the third potentially final turtle, Lord of the game, coming up in just a few seconds' time. It's here now.
Yeah, do you think Larry is going to try and come and contest this?
He's gonna try. He has to try. But the thing is, right, the damage that's gonna come out from the Clint is just gonna be way too much. He gets the Tempest of Blade off, but as we expect to see, it's Clint that takes him down before he can even get close. Meanwhile, potential backdoor from the Clot. He's throwing off the skill. He's got the attack speed. He's gonna take it to the front. Yes, he does. Can he escape? He's trying to move sight, trying to get somewhere close to him, throwing out the skills. Somehow, Shiny is trying to run away. The turtle voice runs out of steam there as a job on the Gato wants to land the taunt. Oh my god! Oh my goodness! He jumps back in, casts the blazing duet. And we did manage to take a tier 3 turret. That, I think, will give them a certain degree of survivability here, as the minions seem intent on taking down the tier 2 turret.
Yeah, I mean, bro, that Claude nearly escaping, but J-Hav just coming in, clutching him, but that Blazing Duet not being able to do enough damage. That would have been clutch plays if the Claude was successful in that engagement. But, I mean, here we go. The Lord will finally get this tier 3 turret taken down. There we go. That's the charge. That's a tier 3 turret in favor of Equinox. We do see the Fury of the Phoenix into the mix. The Avatar of Guardian has been committed onto the Mincetar. Ivan Zetian does get the kill. The Batch Beast has been committed from the Sicilian. We do see the Tempest of Blades. Oh, the Blazing Duets as the Curse Blood has been committed. It does land onto 2. Claw does clutch out the box here. Ivan Link gets a kill on to the Garugacha. However, Equinox focusing onto this Nexus. Game, set, match. Equinox sending Madagascar home. So they will be going through to, the lower bracket finals. Up against, either Saint Dynasty or Yalla. Skip.
It's crazy matchup there between the two teams. What a performance. Took it all the way to 5. It's not often we get to go all the way to 5 in a best of 5. It's been quite a moment since we've seen it. I would say maybe about 2 or 3 tournaments in the past, but absolutely cracker of a game. Sight the MVP in this particular matchup, and well deserved, finishing 9-1-4 on that Clint. What a performance from him. 32% of the hero damage, 74% turret damage, 76% team fight participation. I mean, what more could you ask from your gold laner?
Not really much more that you could ask from your gold laner. That Clint definitely doing its job, but I mean, you as a gold laner, what more could you have asked from your team? Because Equinox was hyper protecting that Clint and not allowing Madagascar to get that engagement onto him. I mean, every time that you would see the Ling trying to jump onto the Clint, he would get stunned up and taken down. Clint, damage, let's go.
So Equinox knocked down to the lower brackets earlier on. They're gonna get a chance to face up from someone between the losers of Saint Dynasty and Yala Skip 1 HP. That will be the upper bracket finals that will be taking place tomorrow. The winner from there moving automatically into the grand finals. We'll have one more match on Monday. So tomorrow night, just stay tuned. Tomorrow night we will be heading into that upper bracket finals. Yeah. And then it'll be the lower bracket finals. And Wednesday it is Wednesday, right? We'll conclude with the grand final. Grand final being a best of 7.
Super excited, bro. Super excited. I mean, just listening to the interviews from the captains, Equinox definitely won Saint Dynasty in the grand finals, bro. I mean, if Saint Dynasty doesn't manage to get the one up onto Yalla Skip, Equinox will have their answer sooner, because Equinox wants that revenge onto Saint Dynasty. But look, Saint Dynasty's super strong team in this tournament, bro.
This is the top 4 teams in the MSA Cup.
Top 6.
Oh no,
Top 6.
4.
Still top 4.
Well, if you think about it, right? So the 2 finals, right?
It's the
Upper
same
bracket
teams.
finals. Grand finals gives you what positioning? 1 and 2, right?
No, don't count positioning, right? Look at the teams. Right? There's no way any of these teams. There's only 4 teams left in the competition.
Oh yes, okay, fine.
So Meta.
My bad.
So Meta is 4th place.
Whoever wins from Monday's game is going to finish off second or first. The loser is third, and then obviously the Wednesday's game is first and second. Whoever goes through. So this is the top 4 teams. So that means these are the 4 teams that have gained automatic qualification into Conquerors of Dawn. So the MSA Cup top 4 teams were getting placed into Conquerors of Dawn, which will take place from I don't want to give any set dates yet. We're just waiting for a few more things to come through before we can say, right, we're starting exactly on this date. There's just some tiny details to be discussed. But I'll say it within the last week of August, right? We'll be heading into Conquerors of Dawn. That is an invitation-only tournament. The invites have been packaged. They have not been sent. So, you need to be checking your mailbox to see whether you're going to be one of the teams that get invited through to this 16-man tournament. There is a 10,000 Rand prize pool up and running and available for the winners of that. Well, not for the winners, right? It's going to be split between first, second, and third. What's up, Joey? How are you doing?
Good. Yeah.
So, enjoyed the matchup?
Yeah, it was pretty intense, man. Not gonna lie.
Didn't expect it to go all the way to 5. Didn't really. Well, what were your thoughts in the 5th game?
To be honest, I was actually kind of like following the draft over there. So the moment I saw the link, I was like, nah, we should definitely go with the Bakti and Zechian picks. And it was GG's. Easy win for us. We just needed to be aggressive.
Yeah. That early game aggression, that early game jungle invade worked out quite nicely in your favor. 2 to 1 kills in your favor, as well as the blue buff away from the Ling. And from there, once you got your foot on the throat, you kind of just accelerated through in that 5th game. Though I would say the way you got the marksman fed and the way Sight played in that particular matchup, the amount of damage he was dishing out on that Clint, absolutely insane.
Yeah. So we decided to change our plan. We got the team to focus on beating Clint, because if Clint got fed, then pretty much we could be even more aggressive and win in team fight. So that's why we decided to change our plan after we kind of lost 2 games in a row, and it turns out the plan is working out in our favor.
Yeah. So it was based on the draft that you had. I think the correct way to go, since Clint was the only real late game scaling hero that you had in that lineup. So if he didn't get fed the longer the game went on, it would have swung into Madagascar's favor. You just needed the Clint to come online, which you did do and execute. Though I will say the plays that came through from Gosu Okadu with the Lapu set some fantastic plays up there as well. I mean, it is a team performance after all, and as a team, you did very, very well.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You can see Gosu Okadu here. He just says thank you. Doesn't want to talk much to the viewers at home. Is he feeling shy? I don't know.
It was definitely after the 2 losses versing Madagascar. We didn't expect this loss, but I guess after the first match we were getting to ourselves, and you could see the way we played. It's just like being too front. We lost our ground, but on the second loss we definitely booked it back up. And yeah, on the Esme pick, just me going around faces recording. I thought I got in their head a little bit, but bad for that. But it's just part of the game plan. Yeah, we managed to pull this through and clean up to someone next opponent, which will be the winner between 1 HP and Saints.
Yeah, so it'll be the loser from 1 HP and Saints, right? What's the game plan going into either one of those teams? Let's go with Saints. Let's say Saints loses the upper bracket finals and they drop to the lower bracket finals. What would your game plan be to going up against Saints without giving too much away from your strategy, obviously?
I mean, the game plan is quite obvious. We should just target the mid lane. The mid lane is hard once it's out of the fight, they can't really do much.
Jinx, yeah, Jinx is one of the top tier.
Jinx,
yeah,
and can ban out gun.
Yeah. Interesting. That approach you're talking about, right? A lot of teams in the pro scene have been using that strategy. They've been putting a ton of pressure onto the mid lane. to try and get the mid lane out of the equation, and then from there open up the map. Not necessarily the turret, but if the mid lane is not there, especially in the early part of the game, it changes the way you can play. Because the mid laners, they dish out damage in the early game, most of them anyway.
Yeah. I mean, for 1 HP, these are my ex team, my ex squad mates. I'm pretty professional.
Oh yeah. You would know them very, very well. So but let me ask you this, right? Who would you hope to face first between Saints and 1 HP?
I mean, we already faced Saints. I want to use 1 HP.
Okay, so you wanna face Saints up first. Alright. That's
No, I want to face 1 HP first, and then in the final.
face Saints in the final. Alright.
This will be the icing on.
So, are you feeling confident? Do you have what it takes to win the MSA Cup?
Yeah, we. Perfect.
Oh yes.
I
And
mean,
then,
I'm pretty confident with.
that's
We did some mistakes.
yeah.
We did some mistakes, and we learned from our lessons. I have high hopes, and yeah, I'm confident.
That's good. That's what I like to hear. You gotta have confidence if you're playing this game. If you don't have it,
I
you're not
mean-
gonna get to the final
I mean, I can
stages.
point something out. Going on this game as and favorites to. As much as our loss, every game we have this tournament, we won the favorite.
Yeah. But we also have to say one more congratulations to you guys. So the MSA and Conquerors of Dawn, the tournaments are working one into the other. So the top 4 teams in the MSA get automatic qualification into the next tournament, starting in just a couple of weeks' time. That I don't know if you've seen the adverts and things, but I'm sure you have, right? They've been everywhere. So you guys, Madagascar, say Dynasty, and 1 HP will be the 4 automatic entrants to compete for the 10,000 Rand prize pool. That's coming up in just a couple of weeks.
Crick.
I mean, we can obviously try our best again in that tournament as well. We will always keep doing our best and trying to improve. I mean, we all new. We're like a newly formed team that Akado brought together. And to be honest, it's only been like 2 months or so since we've been working together, and we've been improving faster than expected.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, for 4 months, it's not just good. That's very impressive when you think about it. Most teams have been together here for many years. Some players have been playing with one another for going on to 7 years.
Just to clear something out, L also had a major contribution to.
Yeah. No. I know we just spoke about a couple of players in your team, right? It was a full team performance. Obviously, you cannot win a game with just 1 or 2 players, because you're only as strong as your weakest link. It was a solid team performance all the way around that managed to get you through to this particular stage in the competition. We're quite excited to see how you're going to progress and go further, and hopefully get all the way to the grand finals. And then we're also very excited to see how you do in the upcoming tournaments as well. I don't know if you've registered for all of them. You guys get an automatic invite, obviously, to Conquerors of Dawn. But then there's the Origins tournament coming up, which has also in September. It has a 10K prize pool, 10K diamond prize pool for that one in the mix. So there's quite a lot of tournaments on the way, and we'll be excited to see how you guys do in all of that. And based on your performance, I think very far potential winners as well.
Just to add up to one of those matches, I would point out we managed to get Zilong get banned on the pro stage. Just to point out.
Twice! And twice!
That was funny. I'm not gonna lie, that was funny.
Props to my jungler, L, who they managed to ban him out. He actually managed to play like the heroes. We have an inside joke in our squad. We call him the MSA. because he plays Fred, he plays Roger, he plays YSS, and like all his heroes just get banned. So props to him.
Well done to Al. He was very, very clutch with the retribution, especially in that Fred game.
Yeah,
But
very, he was really
congratulations to you guys winning, going through to the lower bracket finals of the MSA Cup. Any final words from you guys before we close the stream for tonight? Any message you have for your potential opponents, saying Dynasty or 1 HP?
don't underestimate us, I would say. That's not message to them.
I'm just gonna say good luck and hope we have a good game.
All right, and on that note, we will be looking forward to that game where we will see Equinox back in action on Monday night. So they get a little bit of a day off, but we don't get the day off from streaming tomorrow. It's going to be 1 HP